Hey, what's going on? It's DJ. Welcome to the Calmsden Farm Supercut of episodes 1 through 10. This is a collection of the first 10 episodes in the series so that you can watch them one after the other with minimal interruptions, and you only have to click on one single video and you can watch the whole thing without having to select another video. We're going to be going from the base game in new farmer mode all the way up to owning some extra fields, production chains, and of course, making a few mistakes along the way. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy episodes 1 through 10 of Calmsden Farm. We're going to be starting off fresh. I have not loaded into this yet, and we're doing it right now. You see we start with our character customization screen. I love this dude. He looks awesome. Who doesn't want a blue mohawk? It's the #1 most requested feature. There you go. And we are in. Now, time to reset up this cache so that the jittering quits happening. While that's doing it, let's go ahead and work on some settings for this series. We're gonna have to come up with a name. I think the best thing to do is just change this to like Calmsden Let's Play. Calmsden Let's Play. I can't spell. There you go. All right, Calmsden Let's Play. Autosave interval. I keep this off. It's just a personal thing. I like to be able to save when I want to save. Sometimes I want to save something. Sometimes I don't. Timescale. 5's a little bit high. Let's stick with 2 for now. Economic difficulty. We're going to go on normal for this one. I know, but we're going to start on easy because I want to show you how to get some money. Traffic. It doesn't matter. There's no traffic. Seasonal growth. Actually, no. We're not going to have seasonal growth, at least for now. This may change in the future. I have tried messing with my personal seasonal growth calendar. So if we take a look here, you can see this is the one that comes at base. Well, I don't like this one. And I tried to change it, and it made everything disappear. It made all the gates disappear. All the blue blips. Everything was gone. And that's not good. So for now, we're going to go with no. We're going to simulate it in our own way, so it'll be fine. It's fine. Snow's going to be turned on, fixed visual month, days per month. All of that's going to be set right there. Crop destruction, of course. Periodic plowing. I do like having that turned on. Fieldstone. You know, I'm back and forth on this one because it's just one more thing. So I think for right now, we're going to turn that off. Lime required. We'll leave that on, and weeds, we'll turn those off as well. Dirt, fast, obviously. Automatic engine start, we're going to leave that off. And then fuel usage, high as always. And then, of course, I turn all of these things off. And that's it. Let's go and save our game, and we'll be done. Hey, and by now, hopefully, some of the cache has loaded itself up. Let's go and get a nice one. Get out of here, birds. All right. Oh, my help window's on, isn't it? Let's go ahead and turn that off. We don't need that. We don't need no help around here. Double check. Make sure fences are here. Hey, yep. I don't know what happened, man. It just disappeared. I really wish I could explain it. Bad things happen, man. Bad things happen. All right. So we want to look at the equipment that we get base game. I'm sure you guys have seen this with a bunch of people's videos already, but we're going to be taking another look at it just in case. Maybe there's something here that you haven't seen. Maybe you missed something. So we've got 2 John Deere 6Rs. We also have a Fendt 714 Vario. Love that tractor. As far as the combine harvester goes, I think it's a great one to start with here. We could go smaller. I do like this one though, is the Calmsden 720. Now, we could go more with that if we wanted to. Telehandlers, my favorite in the game, period. JCB is awesome. It's awesome. Here's a trailer that probably a lot of people haven't used. You got your crappy half pipes. Pretty cool trailer, but we will get rid of it. We have the 10-meter header cultivator. Nobody needs cultivators anymore. Seeders, we've got this one. We might keep it. We might not. I'm not sure. The most popular roller in the game. We do have that. Big sprayer, and so on and so forth. We don't need to keep going. But we need to figure out what are we going to keep and what are we going to sell. Well, I guess that all depends on what fields we're going to keep and which ones we're going to sell, if any. So obviously we start with some big areas over here. We don't have the horse riding area. However, we do have the field that's got the pig field in it, or the pig farm in it. That's field 35. At a previous or a future update rather, they're going to make that sellable. They're also going to make all the stuff in this area sellable as well. Pretty cool. Field 4, that's looking good. Field 31, that's looking good as well. Field 31's actually got the sheep pasture in it. And then we've got field 15, which is kind of what we're in right now. So we've got all of that plus 3 massive fields as well, 2 of which are ready to harvest, field 3 and field number 6. It's barley and wheat. That's good because you guys know me. It's flower simulator. Let's go. The one that you may look at to sell, it's going to give you a lot of money as well. $454,000 for field number 2 just from selling it. So if you were to do anything, if you were to sell anything, honestly, like field 2 and then these, if you're not doing grass fields, you can just get rid of those completely. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can plant something in there if you want to. And then I would go in, maybe purchase field 5, something like that. That way you've got a little bit bigger land to work with. But what are we going to do? The first thing we're going to do is get rid of the fuel stations. That's right. These fuel stations right here give you a bunch of money. You've probably seen this before, but if you click this, 875 grand. Yeah, I want that. That's a high price. That's a very high price. Also, if you go over to our next farm over here, there's another one right here. Boom, right there. If we click it, we can sell that too. $875,000. That's ridiculous. He also mentioned that there was some rubbish that all you had to do is click on it, maybe demolish. But yeah, it's just not working there. Another thing, so at least the last I checked, see, sell the chicken pasture for 75 grand, but it also gets rid of all of the fences and a few of the triggers. I think maybe that was the problem that I had. So just a heads up there, you may want to be careful. As far as that, so at least we've got some money now, $1.8 bajillion. Now we can go around. I think it's almost too much money, right? We've almost made too much money. So we're going to have to hide some of this money. Let's hide it by getting rid of some of the equipment and making more money and then buying equipment on top of that. But we've also got stuff that we've got to do for production chains and stuff like that. So there's a whole lot of money that we're going to have to actually end up spending. I do know that I want to get rid of that. The telehandler's great. Not a fan of the trailer, so that's going to cultivators. Nobody cares. Seeders. So this one is a, what's the width on this? 8 meters. That's great, but for 240 horsepower, that's just not going to do it. Roller, we're going to get rid of that because I've got a custom one. Sprayer, fine. Mower, that is not big enough, nor is the baler. Telehandler tools, these are cool. We don't actually need them. I'll hang on to them. Why not? Header trailers, well, we could hang on to that, but the problem is, that header trailer is not meant for the header that we've got. Yes, it is on it, but it's not the one that's supposed to be there. Let's see if I can bump over and show you guys. Yeah, so it fits. Fits just fine. It's on there. Look at it. You can see it being on there, but it's not touching. Therefore, it's not really the mod for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in our handy-dandy little tractor right here. We'll cut the volume up a little for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and hook up. I'm going to try and do as much with this possible. In previous series, I've gone a little bit, I guess, I've gone a little bit ham. It's my job after all, but went a little bit wild and crazy with stuff. So I'm going to try and take it easier. Maybe just kind of enjoy playing more than trying to make like 10 quadrillion monies. We'll see how long that lasts. I don't trust myself at all. But I do love playing Farming Simulator, and I play Farming Simulator a lot off screen, like probably more than a normal human being should play Farm Sim and do it. That's how much I play Farm Sim. Oh, this is tough. There you go. All right, we'll get that backed up. I want to put it here for one reason and one reason only. I need this to be somewhere where the header drops into a safe space. Let's get it here. Just delete the header trailer. Boop. All right, safe space. If it's in there, it's kind of hard to get to. I could use a heavy lift, but that's going to be, well, heavy. Next, we've got 2 John Deere 6Rs. These are great tractors. Both of them are. We've actually got one over here as well. But the question is, do we want both of those, or do we want to start with something else? A lot of people are probably going to be using these John Deere tractors. So I say we get rid of both of them. I love the Fendt 700. As a matter of fact, we could take a look and see if there's any other Fendt 700 mods that we've gotten yet. Maybe I've accidentally downloaded one somewhere along the way. Yeah, right here. So we actually do have a Fed 700 mod. And also, for this one, I think we're going to use Trelleborg wheels. I really like how the Trelleborg wheels look. So I thought, well, let's go with them. They look great in Farm Sim 19, 20. What game are we playing? So let's get ourselves one of these. We'll go with the big engine. Main color, we could go with something else. The thing is, you can't change the rim color. So the rims are going to stay red. You know what? I've never seen a white Fendt before. We're going to have one on this series, aren't we? Taking a look in our used equipment to see if there's anything that we could possibly work with here. Well, we got maybe a bucket here. Actually, as a matter of fact, is that run with telehandlers? I'm not sure. Tool could be used for goods on retrieval. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's supposed to be for telehandler or not. It looks like a wheel loader thing. We do have the pace setter on here, but as you know, the pace setter is not going to work well on this map. It's kind of tight, so looks like, unfortunately, none of the used stuff is going to be good for us today. Harvesters. You noticed that I saved the harvester, right? Well, I got a modified version of this thanks to 82 Studio. The thing is, the 73 and 7500 both have the regular holdings. However, this version, it's like a bajillion. So I'm not really sure what I want to go with there. Do I want to keep it? Or do we go with like a Lexion right here? So I modified this one as well. Actually, is that Lexion? Tryon? The Tryon's the one I would want to go with. Ooh. What to do? What to do? How's about this? Instead of going with something bigger, I guess, like the Tryon, why don't we go with a Tucano? We could do this. Yeah. We'll set up. Ooh, let's go with a wide tire right there on the Trelleborgs. That's looking good. Okay, everything's looking good here so far. Let's get this stuff reset. We've got a couple things over here. So store's going to be on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and take our Fendt and get that reset. And we've got our combine here as well. Here's my question. Will this header work with this combine, or am I gonna have to get another one? Let's go ahead and boom out the auger, see if it'll reach. I think that's gonna reach. It hooks up. By the way, this is not the header for this. You're supposed to use about a 7-meter header for this. Also, the Tucano goes a little slow. I mean, it's powering it. I'm not sure it's powering it beautifully or not, but it's working. I don't know, give me a second. We may swap this up a little bit. After making a few changes to the XML file, I know exactly what we're gonna do. Wow, those birds are super loud. Very, very rude. Ooh, little laggy coming in, little laggy. Let's get rid of this. I know, I just got it. Hang on, let me go up to it. This will be the easiest way to do. All right, so we will sell from here. That should give us most of our money back. And we're going to go in to the harvester. Should be down near the end. I modified something that was modified because I'm good like that. We're going to stick with Trelleborg. We're going to stick with wheel setups on standard, and we will be good. Yes, I would like to purchase that for more money than I just sold the other one for some reason. Looking fresh. Why is it laggy? I don't like it. Anyway, everything's looking good there. So we've got a tractor. We've got a combine harvester. Love this tractor, by the way. And we've got a telehandler. Okay. Not a bad way to start off. So we've got Kloss, JCB, and Fendt. What else are we missing? We're missing harvest time. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Let's get out there and get harvesting. Time is going by, and it's going by without us. So we may as well get part of it. I think what I may do is wait until we need stuff, and we'll just buy whatever we need to. Let's go ahead and enable that straw swap because we do want that. We've got quite a few places to sell straw on the map, so we'll be kind of spoiled for choice as far as it comes to where we're going to be selling straw, or if we sell the straw. So there is that as well. Let's go enable fast farming on this. I do not want to go slow. So we are going to go super, super fast. Well, about 20 miles an hour. That's about as fast as we're going to go. I have gone through and played on this map. I played for a few hours previously before recording, just kind of having fun, enjoying myself, trying to get a little harvesting done, selling some grain and that type of thing to see kind of how I want to start things. Normally I do that. I'll play around a little bit before actually jumping in to see where we want to record. And I think for this one, I'm going to bring you guys on a journey of me finding things for the first time, which is totally the best way to do it. Finding things for the first time, building our empire, I guess? Building on as we need things. So we're not going to build a farm and then start using all the stuff that we've purchased. We're going to get the bare necessities for each job that we need. Obviously, we've got $2.3 million. I think we got enough money. But, you know, we don't have anything really. We've got 3 implements for a telehandler with the machine itself, a combine harvester, and a medium tractor with a weight. We don't really have a whole lot. We do have all the fields that we started off with, so we're going to have to get some stuff for mowing, obviously. Probably what I'll end up doing is selling the areas that we've got animals on. We don't need to do that right now, so why not do that? I think one of the biggest problems that I have had with series and with gameplay in general, just from the very beginning, was starting too fast. Jumping in and being like, yeah, I'm going to do this and this and this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see what happens. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 2 headlands around this farm, or this field rather. You guys saw where I started and how I'm doing things. I'm squaring it off right now because I'm going to show you how to hire a worker on this field. At least the easiest way that I found, because I have restarted a few times. Our 2 headlands are now done. I finished both of them, so here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna turn around. I started at this top corner. You don't have to start here if you don't want to. As a matter of fact, starting up here, where the top of your screen is actually the easiest place to start this field. Curious what field I'm even in field number 3. We're doing the barley. Yeah, welcome along. So this is where I would start, probably, if I were you guys. Take a look at the ground. It tells you exactly which way north to south, east, and west is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the tip top here. It's not completely flat, but it's close enough. And I'm just going to hire a worker. Most of you guys, including myself, will use a worker when harvesting fields. It's just a little bit easier. Plus, you can come in behind it. You can, run a cart, or you can pick up the straw, which we are going to do today. You can see we got to about right here. I'm going to stop him, go ahead and back it up. There we go. Help out the worker as much as we can. So now we've got an almost straight line from one end to the other. So we're going to flip this back around. We're going to find that straight line. I'm going to line this header up with that, and it's going to make about, 2-3 passes until we get to another area where, well, we might run into a few more problems. That's going to be over where the turn is, right above the combine right now. So here's where it's going to get tricky, especially if you're like me and you like really smooth lines in the straw. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to let this helper go back the other way one more time. When they come back, they may even miss a little bit, but that's going to be okay. They're going to put us in line for the rest of the field. And the rest of the field is, well, it's kind of important. So let's go ahead and hire down about right there. That will work great. Straighten it up, hire worker. We're going to let them go down and come right back. And as you can see, we should get almost all of that. And we may even go back up right in line perfect. By the way, this combine's got a 100,000 liter capacity. That's why I've gone without having to unload. We got 34,000 liters in here already. And as we come up on this, we're going to line this up almost perfect. I think we're going to get just a wee little bit, but it's almost going to hit this good. It may even stop. Doesn't look like he's going to. And we're going to come right through here. We're just going to have a little bit of speck right there at the tip top. And that is all we're going to have to deal with. We'll go ahead and back this up, hit it, and then we're basically done with everything we need to do as a human being on this field, with the exception of picking the straw up. I'm still debating on how I'm going to do that. I might get the round baler up. Yeah, like a big round baler and just let it run. I've also thought about getting another different piece of equipment. We'll find out and see. All right, hire the worker, and now they'll be able to get the rest of this done for us. And I have harvested this field twice now. This is the third time. So I know that this combine harvester with 100,000 liters will be able to do this field without having to unload. Combine harvester's doing a great job. So now we are going to switch over to the JCB. I love this JCB. You guys haven't seen me use it, but I've used this a ton off screen, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's my favorite. It's absolutely my favorite. Let's get rid of that. I'm curious about some stuff, and we're gonna find out exactly here today. I'm gonna take this. This bucket's really not gonna hold a whole lot, so it doesn't matter if we cheat in a little bit. So let's take this, and we're gonna cheat in some straw. There we go. So we have 2,640 liters of straw. You see this silo right here? I don't know if you can store straw here or not. If we go in and take a look, and like I said, you guys are going to learn along with me. Maybe you already know. Straw, 0 liters. Does that mean that we can store it? I don't know, but I'm about to find out. No! All right! Turns out the answer is absolutely not. At least not here. You know what? I got a better idea for this. I don't know where you can store straw, but I do know that it's not right here. Let's go into the build mode. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. Let's go to soften, and all you got to really do is just like boop that one time. There you go. So everything's that didn't really work well, did it? All right, so I don't know where you could store straw. I don't know if there's a hayloft around here somewhere. I've tried looking around, but I can't really find anything. So if we just take the tip station, so this is something neat that you can do. You can take your tip stations. As you can see, we've got water tank, we've got Calmsden 2, remove junk, we don't need to mess with that, liquid fertilizer, and Calmsden Silo 1. Well, those are the only places on our silos. Now, of course, we do have some tip stations around. So you can see Garden Center, Lime Station, but we're looking for one that looks like an arrow pointing into something. And as you can see, Sawmill and Water Tank are the only places like that. So I don't know where we're able to sell, or store rather, the straw, but not anywhere that I can find. Well, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm probably never going to need this. I'm probably never going to use this. This is the liquid fertilizer silo. And though that's cool, very cool, I don't think I'm ever going to need it. Also, I'm looking at this. I don't think I could ever sell this. Great. You can't sell that. But I could still sell the chicken pasture for $75,000 and literally every single thing to go along with it. So it doesn't look like I'm able to sell that. But what I do want to do is place down one of these. So this is a silo that our good friend Trucker Matsy has put together. Not for us, is one that he had, but I stole it. We could put this down somewhere. I want to be careful and to make sure that this is put on some flat ground, because otherwise it's just gonna be a total disaster. So the question is going to be, okay, I need to put this down. Awesome. Where am I going to put this down where it doesn't cause trouble? Am I going to put it here? I'm going to put it like that? But I don't even need straw at this farm. I need straw at this farm. Where do I put it? It doesn't do it here either. I just wanted to double check. But yeah, it doesn't work anywhere, does it? Not even a little bit. Oop, we got 98%. 99%. I was about to say, how am I losing straw? Well, it keeps dumping it out, that's why. Can I do the little trick? Where am I? I'm glad you guys are along with this to kind of help make fun of me. I really need you guys for that. Let's see. Let's go like that. Ooh, we're not able to go in there with that. Oh boy. Hang on. Let me empty that out real quick, and let me see if I can get this straw up. I may have overdone it. We may have straw on the ground for eternity. Yep, we're gonna have straw under there forever. Sorry. All right, so another idea that I looked at was possibly getting the silo in here. Of course, as you know, the silo comes out and goes towards the outside. Well, you could also put, you know, something else under here if you really wanted to. So if we take the silo that we had, which is this one, you can see I am able to put it in here. I'm just not sure it's a good idea. It doesn't stick out, so that's great news. There's really nothing we would put under here. I thought about putting the combine harvester under there. You know, I'm just really not sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off for now. I'm going to... Worker stop down there. And you know what's interesting? He did that when I was doing tests on this as well. That's odd. There's something over there. Let's go onto the map and find out and see. Doesn't look like it shows anything over here. Oh, it does. Look at this. You got a toolbox and a, whatever that is, underground. How in the world does this happen through all of the testing and everything? How does this get by? I would have found this immediately. This is an owned field, and you miss that. Come on. I think for right now, maybe just doing bales is probably our best thing instead of trying to pick up loose straw and then keep it for cows that we don't even have yet. Maybe this is the best way to do it. Just put it in bales, put it to the side, and eventually, we will have enough straw to do whatever we want to with. So, Trelleborg looking good. Let's go ahead and buy that. There's some more money down the drain. We'll have this reset over to the main farm so we can get ready and probably... Oh, hey, speaking of getting ready, look at this guy. This guy, 92% in here. So we had 92,000 liters of wheat. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and collect this little bit right here. We'll bring that there. Line it up with this so if any straw pops out. Nah, it doesn't look like that was enough wheat to put any straw out. I am going to run this backside. So we've got a baler, should be over there now. It's also in the power range of our Fin 700, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that. We're not having to buy an extra tractor. I did want to use the Corona. I'd actually planned on using the Corona. Just didn't turn out that way. I wanted to use it. We just don't... The tractor that we have right now isn't powerful enough to run it, and I just don't care. I just don't care enough to get a more powerful tractor just to run that. It's got the horsepower for it. I'm just not sure the weight is right where we want it to be. So come through there, pick that up. We'll run alongside this line until the straw is done. And then I think, and by I think I know, that will be it for today's video. Let's get to selling stuff and making a little bit of more easy free cash. How's about that? So I have looked at the comment section since the last video, and a lot of you guys said this is sellable. Well, ooh, wrong button. Let me show you why it's not, and then I'll show you how it is. See, I am all over this thing, clicking everywhere. But what about this? Yeah, yes please, thank you. Herein lies the problem. It's still there. I don't want the tanks to still be there. I want... Come on, man. I want these gone. I don't need these. If the trigger's not there, I don't need these. Bad oversight. Another thing. We're starting the video like this. I've tried digging these out, and I've tried selling these in the middle of our field. I guess like field 3 or something, but unfortunately, these do not delete. I don't know why these are here. I don't know how they made their way under my farm, but get out of here, tools. So, after I've totally brutally mutilated my farm, let's jump back in here, and let's kind of do this again, but more so the right way. So I've got some equipment sitting around. We've got stuff in its place, but we've got stuff that we need to buy, and we've got something else to buy as well. Evidently, field 23's free? Where's field 23 at? It's also ready to harvest as well. That should make it easier to find. False. Where's field 23 at? Ah, it's right here. Look at this. So, evidently field 23 is free. Yeah, value. $0 bills, y'all. Somebody was saying that it's oats in the comment section. For me, at least, it is soybeans. But even though it's free, I still have no use for this farm. So, or this field, rather. So, I'm not going to worry about buying field 23. It means nothing to us. One thing that does mean something, though, is the house. Now, this is interesting. So, if I wanted to make a little extra cash, all I had to do is sell this. Look at this. Sell this for 875 grand. You know, I don't need the money. That would be a lot of fun, though. There's a lot of stuff you could do, and even if you want to get rid of all the fences and stuff, well, all you got to do, click on the fence, any fence at all, and it's linked to the chicken pasture. And if you do that, all the fences disappear. Be ready. There's a lot of quirks to this. It's real interesting. A lot of stuff that the community's finding since it's just come out. But you know what? As I mentioned in a previous Farms and News, there's an update. Should we get to farming? We should probably get to farming. Here's what I've done since the last episode. I have gotten a little bit of work done. We've got a trailer. We've got the Roland Pack auto-loading trailer that is trailed. I decided not to go with the larger Ponge Pack. No. That thing's not getting around very well on this map. This will get around perfectly fine. The reason for it, we got 67 bales that have been produced because I decided you guys would assume that baling was boring. So I went ahead and did it off screen. This is all done. No cheating, nothing like that. I just spent a little bit of time doing the bales. Now, we've got to go in and actually buy some stuff. We've got to buy a lot of stuff today. I've got like a tractor, weights, trailer, plow, spreader, mower, seeders, rollers, windrow, and loading wagon. All things that we need to get. So, let's take a look at some of the equipment that we're going to be buying. The first thing is going to be a new tractor, a large tractor at that. I've gone back and forth between a couple different ones. Yes, we're already moving on this whole one tractor thing. It ain't working out. So I thought about going with the Fendt 1000 Safari. And then I was like, well, don't we have a modded version of that out already? We do. And not only that, I can make this setup almost exactly like the tractor that we've got. The Fendt 700 meet the white Fendt 1000. But I decided not to do that. Instead, we're going to go with a black Massey Ferguson with wide tires, big engine in it, and we're going to go with black wheels, a blacked out Massey Ferguson 8700. This is a throwback to my Oakfield series of Farming Simulator 17 that I recorded on PlayStation 4 back in 2018. That was a long time ago. That was a very, very long time ago. So that's why I'm going to go with this. You can also see I've also changed up the license plate a little bit. So the middle two are numbers. And before it was DjGoHam. I thought it was funny. But I was like, oh, if I change the 9 to a 0, it just still says DjGoHam. So I decided to do that. And we're doing license plates on the back only. So there is our tractor. We are going to get a weight for this as well. So let's jump in here and buy ourselves a nice little weight. Also, the reason I needed a bigger tractor, I want to use a little bit bigger machinery. Not huge, just, big enough. You know what I'm talking about? So let's go with this. Since it's a blacked out version, we need a blacked out weight for it. And to go along with that, we're going to get the same trailers that I always use. Eventually, we're going to have to start carting some stuff around. So, if you want to download my pack, you can, as linked in the description below. But it comes with this, or at least one of the things it comes with is this. I modified the base game Brantner trailers, so both of them have been modified. We're going to go with 2 of these. They're pretty easy to drive around overall on this map. So let's see. Trelleborg tires, sweet. Wides, cover, yes. Main color, we are going to go with black. I think we're going to go completely blacked out on there. Rim color, all black as well. And we're going to be buying 2 of those. Again, these hold 50,000 liters each. Yeah, it's cheaty, but it saves you trips. That's about it. Also need to get a plow because this field's going to have to be, actually all of our fields have to be plowed. So we're going to go with the Lizard 6MT 9MT. We're going to go with the 9 version. We're actually going to do this. Check this out. I'm going to do a JCB yellow on it with black, jet black. Actually, you know what? Let's go with Onyx black on the bottom. I don't know. I just was like, oh, yellow plow. Why not? We also need a fertilizer spreader. I know I said I wasn't going to do this stuff, but these are all things we're going to use today, so I have to own these to use them. We're going to go in here. There is one that I'm using right here. I love this. It's super, super easy to use. I think I've got lime turned off. I may have it turned on. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out from there. Regardless, there we go. We have a fertilizer spreader. We also need some mowers as well. Now, I have gone back and forth here, and maybe you guys could tell me we're not going to buy these yet. Should we go with the Verneland stuff here? So there we go. These. Or should we go with something that requires a little less horsepower, but doesn't look as cool? The base game Puttingers. Let me know. We're also going to need a seeder. Now, the seeder that we're going to get is the exact same one that I keep using over and over and over again. This right here. It works. Why would you not use this over and over again if it's not the best? And it is. So we're going to go with it. Why is this the best? Holds all your seed. That's good. It's a direct drill. The base game version is not. This is, and it's available for all platforms. It says 9 miles an hour. We'll figure that out when we go past it. Anyway, we're going to get ourselves one of those. We also need a roller. For this, I'm going to go down to the DjGoHam pack where you guys, again, if you're on PC, you can download this. Got a couple different goodies in here. Oh, wait, my rollers aren't in there. My bad. My rollers are here. I'll figure out how to get these released. So here you can see we've got all kinds of stuff. I think I'm going to go with the same look on this as I did on the plow. I think I'm going to go like this. I don't know. It looks cool. I like the yellow. I think it looks nice. So there we go. We also need a windrow and a loading wagon, but we don't need those until we start mowing. I will show you what we're going to get just so you can get an idea. So the windrow, if I can find it, we're going to go with this. I like this because I can merge everything left and right and be done with it. And then as far as the loading wagon goes, we're actually going to go with a super, super modded version right here, but we're going to keep it pretty tame overall. It's only going to hold 100,000 liters, so as much as our combine harvester. I know it's a lot, but we got a lot of work to do, man. All right. I'm going to get all of this stuff back to the main farm, and then we're going to start kind of moving stuff around, getting stuff to work. So we've got a bit of work to do today. And now everybody is nice and put away. Looking good, looking good. And our tractor is looking super, super fresh. Man, I love this Massey Ferguson. It looks so good. All right, let's get everybody put away, at least for right now, for where we're going to be. And let's jump back over here. Now, this Fendt 700 should have no trouble whatsoever moving all these bells around. If it does, we will swap it out. Go ahead and turn everything on. We'll put ourselves into operating mode into the help window. And now we got a bunch of bells to pick up. Oh, yeah, one other thing. Had a couple of people ask it about game settings. Well, we showed off the game settings. But one thing that I need to change up is the economic difficulty. We're going to go into normal. We're also going to save that game real quick. Never know, might happen. See, ×2. Oh, yeah, we are currently doing our gameplay, so we need to put that into ×2. Just cause. And as far as all these bells, we've got 67 bells to babysit today. These bells are going to be put away, and we're going to sell all of them. Maybe. I don't know. Selling all of them, you know what? We're going to get a bunch of straw before we end up buying cows anyway. We may as well. So we're going to sell all these bells. I just had an idea. So we've got all of our bells picked up. Obviously. We've got a couple fields that need work done to them. Yes, we do. So why don't we jump in our Massey Ferguson here? By the way, I'm loving this. Super, super European. Kloss, JCB, Massey Ferguson, and Fendt. Oh, it's a great setup. I did want to go with an original all Massey Ferguson setup, but unfortunately we don't have a small Massey Ferguson combine harvester. I know we're not using a small one anyway, but I didn't want to just start with an ideal. I didn't think it was appropriate. I thought it was just a little bit too much. That's why I didn't do it. Straight up. Let's go over here. Let's head over to... I have no idea how to get there. I'm just going to go straight through the field. Let's go on over to our other field up here. So we have one field that probably a lot of people don't even pay attention to. Field number 2. Field number 2. It's ready to go for us. It is ready to go for us. Before I start this plow, super awesome. I'm actually going to run a couple headlands around this myself before hiring a worker on it, just so we can get this project finished, because all of our fields need to be plowed. So why not do it a little bit easier? If you flip the plow around, basically it requires 0 horsepower, which makes life just great. So that's what I'm going to do there. Now that I've got my headlands run around, I'm going to flip the plow, because for some reason in Farm Sim 22, the worker hates, and I mean hates, using this. Also, one thing real quick, I've got to put some wheel weights on this thing. It's, oh, please be the tractor that I wanted. Okay, I guess we're redoing all this customization again. We got to have some wide tires with weights on here. It's a little bit much. It's bouncing around quite a bit. Also, I did forget to put the warning signs on there the first time around. There we go, customization. Sure. We'll hook everything up. Hook, and then do the same thing here, and we'll hire our worker on here. This should make this a little bit more stable, because it was extremely unstable jumping around this field like it was. All right, do like that. Hire a worker. And it looks like we're good. Cool. All right. We'll let this guy just do his thing. We'll hit this entire field, and we get to go back and sell some bales. So the straw, where are we heading with it? Man, my mouse keeps disappearing on this map. I don't know why. Let's find some straw. Here we go. Also, this 0 right here, this is how much you've got in your animal pens. Again, another thing that's been overlooked a little bit. So we've got Allspheres and Cotswolds. Now, if I remember correctly, both of those are kind of down here a little bit. I believe one of them is around here. Yep, so we got the Cotswolds there. And then I believe our other one is down here, if I remember correctly. It's that one right there. So it's kind of, how far do you want to drive? I will say that we're going to have to take this road anyway. They're both the same price, but I would rather take a straight shot all the way down than have to come in, turn, and go all the way around like that. So, where are we heading to? Right here. Tag the place, let's go! One thing I will say, it is an absolutely beautiful drive through this map. There's a lot of tight spaces, yes, but remember, this is not a town city center map. This is not somewhere based in a huge population area. This is a map kind of out there a little bit. So it's kind of nice to be able to drive through the countryside, a little bit of an uninhabited farmland countryside. I love it. I think the setting of this is just absolutely perfect. Let's do this. First time we've come in here, at least on the gameplay. We've, of course, showed all of these areas off in the map tour, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do that. Linked in the description below. Let's go and get these sold. I think it was giving us about 60-something per 1,000 liters, so 15 grand, not too bad. With 67 bales, we're going to be taking, I think it's around 4 trips, so not bad. Not bad at all. Let's give us a nice little bit of money, even though we got $1.5 million. Here's our last run right here. Evidently it was only 2 runs plus 11. My bad. I told you not to let me do math. All right, we'll get these unloaded real quick, and we'll see what our final take is. So we had 15, and about 6. So right around $31,000 ish, maybe close to 32. That's how much we got for all of the bales that we sold. That was 67 bales. That's quite a bit. Now again, I'm playing in normal mode, so these prices are a little bit odd to me because I've been playing in easy since we started. But I think that, I mean, the price. Come on, we have $1.5 million. We're set. All right, so about 1 hour in game has passed since we started, and we're working on getting plowed up. Field 2 is getting close to being done. Then we're going to have to hit field number 3, and we're going to have to hit field number 6, which leaves us a couple grass fields to look at and some animal pens to look at as well. Next little bit is lime and fertilizer. Now we're going to be putting down the lime first, which means I need to customize this to hold a little bit more. Right now it only holds about 10,000 liters. Yes, I know it's cheating. Gets it done faster. Leave me alone. One thing that I need to do is we need to do something about seeds and fertilizer. Here's the problem. Beforehand, all I've done is I've gone through here, fill, lime, done. Now I've got 100,000 liters lime. We didn't really pay for that, did we? So I would like to actually have to pay for lime and fertilizer and seeds. I'd like to have to pay for all that. But I don't really know what to use. Now I'm sure that there's some stuff. We could put down pallets if we really wanted to. We can go into containers and we could take a look and see different stuff through here. I would like to use this. I would really like to use this. The unfortunate part is it's a little bit expensive. Actually, it's a little bit cheaper than you would expect, but it's still a little bit expensive. So I may go through here just taking a look at some stuff. Of course, we have seeds, fertilizer, herbicide. Let me go take a look at this mod real quick on ModHub and see if there's anything to it. So all the modder says about these is that you can place them down. They cost $100, and the seeds and stuff also cost you money. Okay, fair enough. The thing would be, so we've got fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, and seeds. The thing is, normally, if liquid fertilizer and herbicide, they kind of go together, right? There's different ones. Fertilizer, there's not one for lime. So maybe lime is free? Don't tell anybody. Lime's free! Yes! So I've decided I'm actually gonna turn off lime required. So we're still letting dude right here, letting him rock and roll. I've already ran a headland around this. Since I can't actually buy lime the way that I want to, we're just not gonna buy lime at all. Which means I'm gonna go through here and we're gonna edit this to go down a little bit. Yep, back to 10,000. That will work for me. Perfect. But now we need fertilizer. So let's go in here, back to containers again. Or was it in tools? Maybe it's in tools. It was definitely in tools because it's right there. Let's find ourselves fertilizer. There it is. And let's place one of these down somewhere. Actually, no, right here might be a great place for it because it kind of blends in. We'll give it a little bit of a spin just to see which way it should go. I think about right there will be perfect. Boom. Did mess with the ground a little bit. Did flatten it out right there. So what I will do is go into landscaping. We'll go to smoothing. And then we'll just kind of do a little bit through here. Just like so. Just to kind of make it about the same. That should be good. All right, let's go ahead and drop down the fertilizer spreader. Probably should have done that when I got over here. Open it up. And fertilizer's flowing super slowly, though. Are you kidding me? Hold on a minute. All right, so I'm going to stop it right about there. That's going to be almost $1,400 per 1,000 liters. Hold your roll, home slice. All right, never mind. It's cheap. Resume. All right, this is just taking forever. I'm so sorry. 82 Studio, I need you. Let's put you down. I'm gonna put you down about right there. Still gonna flatten it out. Not too bad, not too bad. Did mess with a few things, so let's go in. We'll try and make this a little bit better. Painting. Oh yeah, I forgot there's not a lot of painting to this. Is there missing ground type slate? That's not it. All right. Well, guess we're leaving that as is. Hopefully this isn't in the way too much. We'll go ahead and fill this the rest of the way up. see, about 10 grand. Not too bad. That's actually a little bit cheaper than you would expect it to be. We'll head over and we'll go ahead and fertilize one of the fields. So I guess our way of doing things is going to be plow, fertilize, seed or direct drill on top of that, roll, and then fertilize again, or fertilize and then roll. Just depends on what it allows us to do and what exactly we need to do, but I think that's probably going to be about the way that we do it. And we're going to be using purchased fertilizer, or as you can see, solid fertilizer, at least for the time being. This is a massive spread, and I've got a modified version that holds a lot and go fast. There is a version of this on the Mod Hub right now if you guys would like to use something a little bit smaller. Now, we are done here. The fertilizer spreader is completely finished. Let's double check it to see. Oh, what is this? What did you just go? Nah, I'm good. I don't feel like doing that part. I'll tell you what we will do, though. We can go ahead and fertilize. Either we could do this field right here that he's working on, or we could go and do the other field. Probably what would be better for us is if I leave this field alone, because who knows what he's going to be up to. Also, probably between now and the next episode, there may be a few days in between, like real life days, of course. I'm recording this on a Sunday. It's going to come out on a Sunday. Well, as you guys know, normally I don't do gameplay videos during the week. What I'm going to try to do in the meantime is go back and get all of the work that we've done. So the harvesting, the plowing, everything, keep the specs the same, or at least, the very, very least, I'll copy the specs over. So at least we know what we have done. But I'm going to try and go into Giants Editor, and I'm going to try and delete those things that are in the field. I'm also going to try and delete a few of the placeable objects that are around that are causing some issues. Again, I know there's an update to the map coming soon, but every time I make a pass on that field over there, I really don't want to have to be worrying about those things that are underground. As well as, I would love to put some of the straw in a silo and keep it. And we can't do that currently. And I've got one that'll work perfect for it. Just need the space for it, that's all. So, yeah, we may do that. Oh, missed a little bit. Let's not leave that. Let's come on. Let's come on back and get. Yeah, there we go. Whoop, whoop, got him. So I've done about as much as I could do right now, just sitting around waiting because, well, obviously this guy's just taking his dandy time. So let's go buy another plow and let's get to work on that other field. Now, these plows are, well, the power rating, it's a little bit much. 260 for 6 speed. This used to be, I think it was 180. So somehow power requirements have gone up since the previous game, and there's no way we're going to be running a 9-meter plow on the back of that thing. But I think a 6 would probably do okay. I think this would be doing just fine. Something else that would be kind of cool is if we tried to run like the same color design just to mess with the plow. Like that. I'm not going to do that. We're going to run something like that. I think that'll work okay. But I don't know. I like this design. I think this looks good. Let's go with this. Again, it's a little bit more money. I know I'm spending money like it's going out of style, but, well, I mean, there's kind of nothing to do right now. We're just waiting on dude to finish plowing the fields. So why not take matters into our own hands and get to work on another field? It'll be just fine. Also, I've been using this as a shortcut. I'm sure you guys have as well. But man, it's a great shortcut. I love it. Yeah. And with that, we're going to start by selling something. Absolutely we are. We're going to sell the baler that we've got because, well, moving forward, what's the reason in keeping this? So let's go ahead and select it. We are going to not repair or repaint. Just got 20 grand to repaint? I don't think so. How much is this giving us? 121 grand? Get out of here. That's way too much. That's a lot of money just to repaint something. All right, let's get ourselves a new baler. Now, we've got two different ones to go for here. We've got the Class Quadrant, or we could go with the Corona Big Pack 1290. Here's what I'm thinking. let's go with the Krone, because I've already got a Kloss Combine, so let's go with that, because I don't have anything Krone yet. So let's do that. I'm not going to go with the silage additive just because we're not making silage. Today we're just going to do grass bales, and we could choose what we want to from there. This is going to be chassis color. We could change that up. I kind of like the green, but I also kind of like that as well. I'm not really sure what I like through there. And then we can also change up the design color under that. I know I don't like either one of those, so black is what we're going to stick with there. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the gray right there, the tan color, just because with that, I can see it. So let's do it. And we got license plate DjGoHam. Is this showing up on the back? Yeah, there it is. Let's do it. It's not too much more expensive than what we made. We lost about 50 grand, but we got 1.4 now. Now we need to find ourselves some mowers. I'm actually back on this baler right now. So I looked online, and this is saying that it's got a 10.3 meter working width. All right, that sounds good to me. That means that whatever mowers we get, if we want to swath them, we have to make sure that they're 10.3 or smaller. You say we've got a 10.2 there. Let's see. I think the Kloss is, yeah, that's a 10 meter. And then we've got on the Pottigers right here, this is a 10 meter as well. This may be the way that we want to go. I thought about choosing these to begin with. I also thought about these, but they won't do us as well in the long run, I don't think. You can't figure out what kind of swath you want. You're stuck with a main swath the whole time. Similar story with this, although I thought about buying this, putting it on the front, and then putting the baler on the back. I'm not sure if it's going to work like that, though, or not. This is a pretty big mower, and I'm just not quite convinced that it would work. Although I do want to try it. Moment of truth here. Let's see how this plays out. I'm not quite sure. We do have weights on the back, so this, I mean, it might work. It should work. Ooh, that's heavy. That's pretty heavy on the front of this. Ooh. I wish that the steering, or the turning rather, on this flipped around, because that would make this a little bit easier. It ain't easy right now. Also, I gotta get this field planted. I may try and like run one of these, and then maybe try and get these fields planted with the smaller 7 series. It should work. Ooh, look at the... She twitchy, boys. No, don't crash. We don't need no crash counters at the beginning of the video. All right, this is a little bit silly, but these are pieces of equipment that exist in real life. So, I mean, it's not that bad, right? I'm gonna try this. If this doesn't work, or at least if it doesn't go the way that I want it to, we'll probably swap these out for the Pottinger mowers, and we'll go from there. All right, so as far as the mower goes, that's pretty easy. Just put it down. I wanted to do this so it'd be easier, but this is going to be way more difficult than I wanted it to be. All right, let's unfold. Looking good, looking good. I'm actually going to turn that volume up a little bit. Ooh, there's some good sounds going on with this. All right, we'll go ahead and lower down. Looking good, looking good. I need to turn my help window on because I want the biggest bales possible, 240 centimeters, and that's going to be what we feed the feed everybody with. All right, turn that on. Turn on the baler. I'm going to enable fast farming, the real speed limit mod, but we'll see how it works. All right, so I've actually got plenty of power to do this. Is this working? Ooh, I just got to be careful. I actually can't get too close because of the windrow over there, and that's going to hurt something. But look at this. Making turns nice and wide. It works, but here's the thing. When you look at this, I mean, we're going about 8-9 miles an hour. I could go more than twice as fast with each piece of machinery by itself. So what's the real winning here? Is this the answer? Or is this just a solution to a problem that no one has. Man, I don't know. It's not working awful though. So whatever. I'm gonna try and do this a little bit, and I'm gonna see how well this does. We'll get through this field, and then I may make my decision after that. It's working. I'm just not sure if this is the way that I want to do this or not. Well, that lasted about as long as I thought it would. It didn't. Had to trade them out, man. I got this field done in like just not long. Not long at all. It's cool. All right. Like, it's funny how I can just fold up the rear mowers, but the front one's like, I don't wanna. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hit all of our fields. All of them. All the grass fields that we've got, which are quite a few. Also, it still bounces around with these mowers on here too, but just not as bad as it did. That's for darn sure. Plus, taking turns, you had to worry about the front, the rear mower. It's a pain. It was a big pain. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. We are good. Let's get in here. Also, I'm just loving the way this looks. It feels, this almost feels like a crash counter. It feels a bit of a throwbacky episode to Oakfield almost. This map reminds me a lot of Oakfield. And that's not a bad thing at all. That's a huge, huge compliment. I love it. Absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do, like I said, we'll hit the rest of this. Well, I guess we'll see you when we're done with field 31 and 4. I don't think these want to be mowed. Mowing is done, and I've almost got a clean tractor because I accidentally pressed this button. I don't know what I've done, but I'm pretty sure it's a mod that I downloaded maybe early on in Farming Simulator's lifespan. It's the insert key, and it's a lot of fun. Actually, will it do the front mower as well, or just the back? Hey, I guess I'll only do one implement at a time. But yeah, it immediately made this beautiful, beautiful tractor sparkly clean and brand new. Get out of here, dear. I wonder if he'll do this. Ha ha. Hee. Nope. Hey, there it is. Cool. All right, so we've got all of that. Now I need to figure out A, where to put these mowers, and then B, we're going to go ahead and do the what's that other thing we needed to do? Plant. Yes. Also, I don't know about you guys. I don't think I'm gonna put these at this farm. Ooh. Here's a new area. So I thought that this was here. A couple of you guys were talking about it. Looks like we've got our workshop and everything here, but this opening is plenty big enough for these mowers. And I'm gonna have to back in and pull out and turn back around, etc., etc., etc. But look at this. Fits perfectly. I know this area is probably meant for grain or potatoes or something on the ground, but this works, and there's no traffic on the map, so I don't have to worry about somebody coming by and taking my face off. Love this. Yeah. Good clink. Perfect. This is one thing that I love about smaller maps is you never really know what you're gonna get on. I know this is a full 2x with huge fields. I know, but yeah, you can't really use massive equipment, can you? It doesn't really allow for that. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's clean the weight. There we go. We got that. Let's jump in the fence and let's go ahead and hook up and get some planting done. We shouldn't have too much trouble with this. The planter says it requires about 180 horsepower. We have about 240, something like that. So we should be okay. We do need to fill this up with seeds. We are going to use the handy dandy filler upper machino right there. There you go, 90 or 3,900 bucks. Not terrible, not great, but not terrible. And we'll go ahead and unfold this. One thing also, you remember we had that stuff under the map over there? Well, I have acquired, I I don't know what that is. Well, let's go ahead and save the game real quick. I've acquired a fix from 82 Studio. And I want to give a big shout out to him because without him, I would still have a bit of a broken bit. Also, there was a member of the Giants modding team that was in the live chat as David was working on that. So that was pretty cool. All right. Then we got to figure out, what are we going to plant? Well, obviously, I don't have seasonal cycles turned on. Oh, yeah, I got wheat and barley to do as well. We should probably build some production factories. Nonetheless, I'm thinking oats. Of course, I'm always thinking oats. But the reason I'm thinking oats is I'm going to simulate a yearly cycle. And in where we're at, August right now, in-game, generally, if I was using my personal geo, I would plant oats. And then I would harvest those oats. And then in the spring, I would plant either like wheat, barley, canola, something like that. And then harvest that on the, I think it was the 1st or 2nd of summer. I think it was like the 2nd of summer. And then in either June or July, we'll plant like soybeans, get a little cash from that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do oats at least for this first run around. And then from then on, we will kind of do our bi-yearly cycle. Soybeans, funny enough, really don't do much for you anymore in Farming Simulator. They're not the end-all be-all when it comes to crops anymore, which used to, soybeans were like, if you wanted some good stuff, you got soybeans. Speaking of good stuff, is this? It's not even fertilized. You didn't fertilize? Come on. There we go. That's done. It's almost like I got to do everything around here. Come on. All right, where was I? I don't remember. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is we're going to run all 3 of these fields on oats. And then from there, we can take these oats to whatever factory that we've built at the time. Probably going to be a flour mill or you guys know what I'm talking about. Grain mill. There you go. All right. So the biggest thing right now is going to be running about 2 headlands around this and then straighten everything out so that the worker can get what it needs to do while we go baling. So we'll skip ahead to that part. Time to see if this paid off or not. Keep in mind, there's a chance I could have been done by now if I was just using this as a setup, but I decided not to. Can we get both of these at the same time, or am I going to have to go down one row at a time? I think I could do this. Okay, I'm missing some. Don't tell anybody. I mean, yeah, I'm missing some. Yeah, I can't take turns very well, but it's getting most of it. It's getting most of it. So we don't need a windrower in this configuration, which is very, very nice. And we don't miss a whole lot. Well, we seem to be missing a lot more than I want to miss. What am I? This didn't work the way I wanted it to. No. It does look like that this is a proper windrow. And then going into the baler. So I actually need to baby this a little bit more than I would generally. Normally I would just fly up and down these rows hitting both sets, but it looks like that may not be what I need to be doing. I gotta be careful. But I am making bales. We're making bales and we're making them pretty decently, hitting little spots that I could have missed. So it's not bad. Plus, this is a really cool machine. It takes a lot of power as well. I mean, I got 400, I think, 400 horsepower in this tractor, 405, something like that. This baler says it takes 245, but it is taking every inch of just anything that I could give it. All right, so there is one field. Not too bad. We did pretty well on this field overall. Oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think we got 7 and 8 right here popping out. Yep, so 8 bales off of there. Not bad. Cool. All right, let's get it folded up. Let's get over to the next spot. We got more to do. I thought, all things considered, I did pretty well on both of these fields. What I normally do is I'll run one full headland And then I'll run one like merged headland that kind of hits all the little spots that I missed running around in circles. And then one really nice one after that. So 3 kind of headlands, but it's really 1 point or 2.3, I don't know. And then back and forth. This should be pretty easy, I think, overall to go ahead and hit this. So there we go. We'll go ahead and turn that on. And then all I got to do is follow in line with the middle here. And I shouldn't have any problems at all. I say that. But I'm sure I'll find a way to mess this up somehow. But it's working. It's working just fine. One cool thing, the grass, I think it only had like a 30% boost. And we got plenty of grass off of this field. So at 100%, this is really going to be fun. The bales are done, and this field looks to be close to completion as well, which is good because so are we. Helper A, not quite an idiot. He's done well. He doesn't even look like he's missed much, if anything. So that's great news. All right. Everything is working. Everything is looking good. Now, all I got to do is get this baler parked up here. Not too bad. Best backwards driver in Farm Sim. Still, clutch can suck it. All right, there's that. And I just need to find me a bale trailer, and we'll go collect all of these bales, and we'll take them over to where the sheep are, or however, will be. Oh, yeah. So here's the scary thing. I don't know if this works on mod maps or not. Obviously, the base game sheep, they do take bales, but I don't know if they will on mod maps or not. This is actually all the bales that we got off the smaller field. And this field, we do have a lot more on the other field, but I figured, I was like, well, we're already here. May as well go and unload these. I'm trying to get it straightened up at least so I can do it properly. Good enough. How about that? Not properly. We'll go ahead and unload, put them about right there, and then drop them. Hey, and it works because grass just appeared in the trough. Great news. Okay, let's go. Let's pick up the rest of the bales over there. We'll put them over here close by, and then we're going to buy the sheep, and then we're probably going to be done. Here's the last thing. 200 sheep have been purchased for about 10-ish grand. I don't know. And they're in here. Nice. And I can walk through them. Are you cute like Giant said you would be? You're adorable. Oh my goodness. The sheep is eating at 60 FPS. Yeah, I'm talking about you. What up, home slice? Look at that. Sheep eating at 60 FPS. That's something else. Let's get out of here. One thing that I forgot. I got to plow this field up. Oops. So I got to remove these bales, put them over there with like the other bale stack, and then come through here and plow this field up with the sheep just chilling. Sorry. You about to be fertilizer. Let's start off by picking up a trailer for the animals. We need to get something that we're going to put water in. So let's go in and let's find animals. Here we go. And I've actually prepared a mod just for this special occasion. What I've done is I've gone into the Mad TGS tank pack and I made a modded version. He's pretty. We're going to go with the Continental Tire main color. I've kind of gone back and forth with this a little bit. I want something a little bit older that doesn't look like something brand spanking new, but unfortunately, really the only color that makes it look like that is beige. And that's not fun for anybody. So we can either go with a polished metal or chrome. I'm thinking polished metal would work perfectly here. And then as far as the rim colors go, we've got some browns in here, but none of them really look good. So I'm thinking just Onyx Black, be done with it. And of course, we got to get our license plate going here. So DjGoHam. It's DjGoHam. All right, let's pick that up. Let's reset. If you guys didn't know in Calmsden, you've got a reset point right on your main farm here. So we reset that, and then boom, there it is. Now I just got to figure out where to fill this thing up. Here's an interesting one. Here's my dog. He's just chilling, doing his thing, walking around. I have noticed that there's some times where he's not by the house. We're right here. The house is here. That is way too far for the dog to be away. But he's just chilling, doing his thing. So if you didn't know, yeah, the dog will just go walk around aimlessly all around town. It's great. We're heading down to our second farm now. And at this farm right here, we actually have a water place where we can fill stuff up. I've never used it. Actually, I've never used a water filled place in the game before. Don't tell Mom. Yeah, is that it? It looks like it. This also looks like it. But it's not? Oh boy. Does anybody know which one it is? PDA says that it's this one. Let's hope that it is. Still nothing's happening. Let's go in here to this. Ooh, maybe we need to open the cover. That did the trick. Unfortunately, the money is going down, which is not always exciting, but I did say I wanted to start paying for things. So this is what I get. We'll just start with 10,000 liters and see where that leads us. The base tanker for this anyway holds 8,000, so I can't imagine we're gonna need much more than 10. Maybe? I don't know, we'll find out. As you know, most of the animals in the game, you actually don't even need to give them water. However, on Calmsden, you do. I'm glad that Oxygen David included that. It was very, very good. Oh yeah, don't worry about the field. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. All right. Did I choose the wrong thing? I don't even know how to activate dangerous goods label. No, don't need to do that. All I want to do. Nope, don't need to open doors. Don't need to. Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll enable that and see what happens. There we go. Got the trigger. You had to really pull in here. Goodness gracious. All right. So we overdid it a little bit. They only took 1,500 liters. That's all right. Okay. So now that we've got that done, let's grab this tractor still, but a roller. We're gonna go ahead and start rolling the other fields. That way we can get over here and start planting. Oh boy, crash counter +1 already, of course. Now rolling in Farm Sim 22 doesn't really do a whole lot for you at the end of the day. It does give you a little bit of rolling, I guess. It gives you a little bit, but there's really not a whole lot to this. Just start rolling. I think it gives you like 5% or something like that. Also, we definitely should have fertilized this before rolling. There you go, give me a second. Nice, we've got everything done. Okay, so a lot of fertilizer done. You can see right here, this has been missed. I don't know what I did, but there it is. Let's go ahead and turn the roll back on. You can actually see where you've been, what needs it, etc., etc. So let's get it done. Let's drop this down, and it'll start working immediately as soon as you drop it down. I am going to go ahead and enable fast farming because that's going to make this a little bit easier for me. As far as rolling, just get you rolling. You know what I'm talking about? Is this working? This is working. Okay, you just can't tell. Boy, do I wish you could tell. It's pretty difficult. Seed bed and after seeding and everything, and it can get a little bit interesting, nonetheless, seeing one from the other. Usually, you've got some crop down, but since we plowed up everything, it's a little bit more difficult to see everything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and run the required headland that we need for this, and then I'm going to hire this on worker, and we are going to get seeding. And idiot number 1 has started their work. We're good. We got all this done. I got a little spot right here mess, but whatever, who cares? I'm gonna let this guy do his thing. He's not gonna do it fast, but at least it will get done. In the meantime, we need to get planting out some grass. We have 3 fields that we need to go ahead and plant, and if you can see at the top right hand corner of the screen, it says 1457. What I've tried to do when I'm playing is play it 2 times. That way we've got actual stuff that we've got to get done in a certain amount of time. Did I fertilize these fields by chance? They look fertilized, at least for one state anyway. Let's go ahead and drop down. We will go ahead and turn it on. We are doing grass. What are we stuck on? There's nothing there. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The great thing is, at least these grass fields are not big, so this isn't going to take us too awful long. And one thing to know as well, as far as I'm aware, there is no grazing in Farming Simulator 22, at least not yet. I know in Farm Sim 19 we did have a grazing mod and we had a grazing feature in some Oxy maps, but I don't think it is here. So I'm totally cool seeding this into grass, and then once we get cattle, still coming in here and mowing. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. And yes, that is the goal, to get some cattle in here as well. I do want some pigs too. I don't know how exactly we're going to handle the pigs. The pigs are going to be interesting because they're just going to create poo. And that's about it. I'm not planning on selling them. I'm not planning on doing anything like that. We just want to get them for the poo and be done with it. Ooh, it's 1,500 hours. That is, who is that? 12, was that about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, something like that. So we've got another, well, we're in August, so we've got another about 5 hours in game. However, that's going to go pretty quick. And I've run at times too, playing with you guys a game since we started. And yeah, we're still on day 1. Episode 4, day 1. Let's go. Cowfield is done. Now it's time for the glitchy sheep. Oh, he's just having a blast, isn't he? It is a known fact as well that the sheep glitch a little bit when they're running around slowly. This is the first animal pen that's been built into the game that we've seen in Farm Sim 22. So maybe there might be a few problems here and there. And that's okay. Things happen. And we run over sheep. That's okay. Things happen. All right, so what do we got left? Well, not a whole lot. We're going to do field 31. And we're going to do field number 4. We still own field 35. But I don't know what to do with it. I mean, we do have an update in the works right now, so hopefully soon. Once that update does pass, we'll go ahead and buy this entire plot of land right here, and we'll just turn all these into grass fields. So, pretty easy, pretty standard stuff. I tell you, when you're doing this, be careful, because you have to get real close to these fences and hedges, all kinds of stuff. And with something big like this, it has not been easy. The field behind us took a few extra minutes longer than it probably should have. Needless to say, I don't want to use a big cedar anymore on this map. Oh, here we go. We're going to get stuck in the fence. Don't do it. I'm going to have to ride this fence the whole way down. And this is not going to be easy. The great thing is, at least, we're almost done. This is our last field. Ooh, you can see a couple little spots that I missed whenever I was plowing. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, a couple of spots here and there, and we're boom, boom. Problem is, if you miss something, you got to go back. If you were planting a field or something like that, you know, a dirt patch here or there, it may not be awful for you. If you're doing grass and you've got dirt patches like this in your grass field, well, you just missed something, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Also, it's 15:26 now, so time is flying by. It doesn't even feel like I'm spending half that amount of time in real life. Oh, I am riding the wall, aren't I? Sure am. That whole area right there, huh? Well, may as well plan up through here while we're doing it. All right, this is our last field, and then once we get this done, we should be about finished, at least with this job. I know as far as rolling goes, he's about halfway done with this field. Well, maybe a little bit more than halfway done, but he's missing a whole lot. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do there. And now finally we can put the cedar away until November or December whenever our oats are ready, so we can get in our winter wheat and winter barley. That'll be great there. As far as this, let's see if we can find our roller. It looks like he's all the way down there in the bottom of the field. I'm going to swap these tractors out because that roller could definitely use a more powerful tractor, even though it only requires about 150, 160 horsepower, and the tractor we've got down here has 240. It's got almost 80 to 100 more than it really needs. This has got 400, so this might do a little bit better. Plus, it's heavy. Rollers are super heavy, something that a lot of people don't think about, myself included. Really don't think about the weight of things too much. But you gotta remember, Farming Simulator in 22, weight is a big deal. Is that a pun? I think that was almost a pun. Anyway, let's see how much of this I can get done. It looks like, yeah, it looks like Helper Idiot right here did not do a great job of doing any of this. So let's see if we can find these little brown triangles around and get to rolling. Oh yeah. On to the next field now, and I think, as you could tell, rolling is going to take a while. We've got quite a few fields that we've got to do. So I think what I may end up doing is getting a hold of something, maybe a bigger tractor with the big roller, something like that, just so I can get this done quickly. If you don't get this done before it starts growing, it's not gonna turn out good because you can't really roll something already growing. The first stage only is when you can roll. So I'm gonna try and get everything done. We've still got a little bit of time left, and today, actually, we're only about halfway through the video. We got a lot more to do. Let's go! One thing that I have learned doing these so far is you need to do 3 headlands with this piece of equipment, at least on this map. Most maps, you don't have a bunch of stuff, and I say most, I think we got, 6 total that we can play on right now? There's not a lot out there, but something I've learned very quickly is run 3 headlands, and you will not be disappointed. I think 3 would have made the other field perfectly fine. I wouldn't have had to come back through and clean up after them and figure out exactly where all the problems were. Here's what I'm doing, because I'm at the end of headland number 3 right now. I'm going to hire a worker on this and be done with him. We are going to lease another tractor, and we're going to lease another roller. And those are going to be what I'm going to run around with. I think that JCB, the modded version that we've used in our live streams, I think that may be the move, because you can get 800 horsepower in it, which will be more than enough. It is super fast, and it is all-wheel drive and all-wheel steer. Well, everything's all-wheel drive, I guess, in Farm Sim, but it's all-wheel steer, which means that we can kind of get into some places, especially in those animal pens, that they're a little tricky. So, hire worker, let's get in here and do this. I've also thought about buying that tractor for this farm as well, but I didn't want to get like an 800 horsepower tractor. Plus, we only need 2 anyway, at least right now. We don't need a whole lot. So I don't think buying it's the move. I think leasing it's probably the move. Here it is. Let's take a look. See, we're using Trelleborg tires on this farm. Let's see, duals are not the way to go here. Wide tires, that'll work. Let's go with the big 800 horsepower engine, 243 grand right there. And then as far as colors go, I've really enjoyed doing the gray. So I think that's kind of the move right there. That's it right there. 244. See, leasing's 12 grand. We might as well just buy this. But again, like I said, I don't want to buy it. I just want to lease it. I leased it. I'm not proud of myself, but I did it. Let's go into rollers. Let's find ourselves some rollers. And let's see. The modded version right here, Trelleborg Shore. Let's go with a roller that's about the same color just to mess with it. Or should we go with a white one? What do you guys think? Big gray's probably the answer here. And then the wheel color, we'll just make it exactly the same. Lease that as well. And then here it is. And I understand we still have another tractor we could use. I don't want to use it. I just want something that's fast that I can get things done quickly with. All right. Let's get in the field. In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, sit rep. We've got a lot going on. We are doing good. It turns out 3 headlands was the magic move because on field number 2, they did perfect. I got a little bit left to fertilize right here. Plus, we just finished 15. Yeah, there's a couple little spots here and there where it's not working. It's okay. We have 2 fields left to go. Rolling will be done. I got to go through fertilize a little bit. Probably check in with you guys once the rolling is completed. And then it's going to be time to go ahead and skip to the next day in game. Look, what was that? Why is the dog in the middle of the road? Get out of here. We are now all done with all of the work finally in day 1. There's a lot going on, man. Let's go ahead and return that tractor. It was a good 12 grand investment there. We've also got a few more things that we need to start thinking about. So, as you know, we've got some wheat and we have some barley. Well, with these, we can make flour, which in turn we can take and make bread. And through that bread, we can sell that and make some decent cash. Well, the unfortunate part is right now, we don't have anywhere where we can make. We don't have a grain mill on anywhere. So we've got to figure out where are we going to put it? Are we going to buy this massive area right here? Or are we just going to try and settle for this area right here? Now, this is about half of the amount of money that we have total right now. So we really need to We need to be careful about how much money we spend because I'm trying not to spend as much as possible. Just for fun. Just for fun. Let's go into productions. We're in our factories. Let's find a grain mill. Let's see. Here's a grain mill. We would have to find somewhere to put this. Do we have a... Let's see. Do we have another grain mill? Oil mill, grape, bakery, carpentry, dairy. I don't know if we have another one. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got another one. So that's going to be the one that we have to put down. But where do we put it? Do we put it over here and where the cows are? Do we put it in this field right here? Do we try and find somewhere in town to put it? Which also may be a good idea. Possibly down here where everybody plays b-ball outside the school. I might have to find somewhere to put this, because I have no idea where I'm going to put that at all. One thing that I forgot but totally realized is I don't have a vehicle. We don't have a car, we just have a tractor, so I decided, you know what? Let's drive the telehandler home today. Also, where's my house? I'm not familiar with... Oh, I'm in front of it. That's it, huh? I don't think I've got anywhere to put this, and I'm pretty sure the local council or whatever is going to be super mad at me for bringing this home. But don't care, gonna park it in front of my neighbor's house. There you go. Got the pup dog out there doing his thing. Let's go over here. Ooh, piece of candy. Nice. $1,000. I like it. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed till 9 o'clock in the morning. And let's see what has changed. What fields have grown. What do we need to do? I'm sure the sheep are going to be super disappointed and annoying, which is why I've actually brought the telehandler with the bell spikes. All right, so $14,000 leasing costs. Do I have anything else leased? I don't, so that's good. Do we have anything good for sale? A telehandler, of course. Well, I guess it looks like we don't have anything that we need yet. Let's go ahead and turn this on, let it warm up, and take a look at our little baby sheepies and see what they need. Oh, they need food. Cool. At least there's grass, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I think we need to take some of these bales and just sit them on top of the feed trigger. That way, nothing crazy happens. I was actually going to do that, but we plowed this up like 1 or 2 videos ago. Real life, it's been like a week. I forgot. Leave me alone. What if we pick up 4 at the same time? I don't know. Let's give it a try and see. I'm not sure if this is the best way to do about this, but... Okay. Doable. Yes. Smart. No. I'm going to try it anyway. I think it'll work. I think this will work fine. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted the telehandler. I love using a telehandler. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment in the game to use for whatever. Problem is, I never do it. I never do manual labor. I just use auto loading and I just grab stuff and throw it. I never do things for the fun of it anymore. We're going to do things for the fun of it anymore and have a good time doing it. All right, put these down about right there and back away slowly. Taking a look. Okay, so they've got 3,000 liters of grass. Not too bad. So I think those bales are probably going to be way more than enough than what they need, but I'm going to go grab a couple more just in case. Since we're rocking the telehandler right now, I wonder if we can bring down the water barrel for these guys as well. So I'm just going to leave the water located over where the bells are instead of having to bring it all the way up here on the main farm. So this has got a regular hitch. That's got a regular hitch, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to hook up. That's a bit of a bummer. I would have loved to have used that, but I guess it is what it is. We'll just have to use a normal tractor. Hey, I'm cool with that. Pull this right in here. And for the last minute or so of the video, while I do this and get this job done, let's talk about the future, what we're going to be doing with this. I'm probably going to start a new game save as soon as the next update comes out. A lot of people have talked about, do you need a new save? No, but there are some things that you probably should use a new game save for if you want them to be completely fixed and want everything to be okay. So I will be starting a new game save. However, I'm going to try and get all of the work that we have done. I'm going to try and get that done off screen. That way, well, we don't have to worry too much. Why are all the sheep walking that way? You never know. So I'm going to try and get as much of that done. No, back it up as possible. There we go. And you know what? I'm just going to leave that there. Why not? Makes it easy for me. So new game save once the new update is out. That way we're using a great, perfect version of the map. And we don't have to worry a whole lot. And I'm down with that. As far as everything else goes, probably the next time that you guys see me in game, it's going to be either November or December, depending on how long it takes for the crops to grow. As you can see, we are well into it. We have planted oats, so it shouldn't take too long. And generally, those do grow by November or December when planted in August, at least the way I do things. So hopefully we'll see these done. All right, let's do it. Today is going to be about buying some new stuff because, as I mentioned at the beginning of the series, we would only buy equipment when we needed it. Well, we need some more equipment, and it's going to rain soon. I'm actually going to be running time at 0 time today in this episode because it's about to rain. I fast forward time a little bit, and then I had to go back to the old save and fast forward time again. It's all fun and crazy, but you can tell we're good on our fields, but the oats have not grown yet. We're in November. We fast forward, I think, 2 months, 3 months since last episode. So field 4, field 31, and field 15 are all ready to go. We got grass in all of them ready to be cut. So here's how we're going to do it. Field 15 and field 31 are going to be mown, and those are going to be used for silage. We're going to place down a new silo, as a matter of fact, and that should do some magic for us. Thank you, Trucker Matsy. We've also got field number 4. Field number 4, because there's nothing in it and it's fairly squared off, we're going to ted that and turn it into hay. I think I made hay 3 or 4 times in Farm Sim 19, because once you got into seasons, you had to ted it like 4 or 5 times. I hated that so much. You had to sit and wait on it. It sucked. It didn't make it fun, at least for me. So we've got this. I've already purchased it. We're ready to go. But we got more stuff to buy. We're going to do that right now. Let's jump in and get some new stuff. First on the list is a new silo, and we're going to be placing it down on this farm, what I've got to call farm number 2. We're going to place it right here, and we're going to get a little overlap onto the road. So it's silos. We've got a special silo that's been sent over just for this. Actually, Triggermancy made this a few months ago, but I'm going to use it for this specific thing. Now, we've got a little clipping issue going on with the trees. Don't care. We got a little clipping issue with the road. I do care about that because you can see you get to a point and it just disappears. So I want to get it just perfect to where it's lined up with the road and it just almost disappears into the road. This way, whenever we drive over it, we could still see it, but we don't go ba-boom, ba-boom. Right there. Be quiet, be quiet. We're going to click it. Got him. Oh, this way. Got him. Yes, we're clipping through a few things on the ground, but you know what? I could drive straight over this now with a loading wagon or anything like that and be totally fine. Yes, there's trees going through it and whatever. We're going to have a new game save eventually anyway. And once we get the new game save, I'm just going to go in and modify the existing silos. Done. That's number 1. Number 2, we've got a loading wagon, we need to get a merger, and we need to get a pallet auto loader. So the first thing is going to be forage wagons. We're actually going to use this one that I found on third-party site. I can't remember which one it was, but it's the Shoemaker Rapid 580V modded. This is from modder Flish, F-L-I-T-S-C-H-E, Flische? I don't know. Regardless, this is sweet because I can modify colors, I can modify capacities, and you don't have to make so many trips going back and forth. Since we are using Michelin, or not Michelin, we're using Trelleborg tires. However, Trelleborg, they're not available on this. I'm going to go with the Verizon tires. I think they look pretty sweet. And we're going to go with a more capacity. So I will have to make a couple trips, but it's only 100 grand. Same thing there. And then colors. I actually don't know what color I'm going to make this. So I'm going to go through this and we'll figure it out. Got it. Don't ask why. I thought orange was cool. So there's one down. Now we need a merger. Now this is going to be a little bit easier. The base game one's going to work perfect for me. I like this one. I like this version a whole lot because this makes getting in and out of spaces pretty darn easy, especially it works with a loading wagon. So we're going to go with that. Unfortunately, We don't have something that works like this yet. Now, I have seen that the modder does have the windrow portions on front of this as a separate mod, but they haven't released it yet. And I could make silage and hay bales, and that was actually the original plan. And I started recording like that, but I ended up deleting all the clips and reverting back to an old save because I didn't like the way it was going. Took too long. I didn't like it. So we're gonna get the Merge Max 950. And lastly is a pallet auto load. So I need to go into all of the mods DLC stuff that I've got and search for auto load. Now, we do have a couple pretty sweet pieces, like the Brimmer, and we have the Bachman, but we're going with something a little bit bigger, but not too crazy. So there's one in particular that I'm looking at. Of course, we've got that one, but I'm not actually going to get that one specifically. There's one more, and you always have to go through here and find where it says auto load. This version right here. I like this version. It works super, super well. And you can carry a lot of them at one time. Those smaller trailers really don't do a good job of doing that. So we're gonna go with this. Now there's a couple designs that you could go with here. This one where the sides go up, that's pretty sweet. And you got the normal design, yeah. And then this one where the sides do go up, but it's nice and small, and it's kind of cool. And I haven't used this version yet. I've used this version a lot. So I thought maybe trying to use this version. I don't know. Maybe we could do something cool with it. We may have to go back. Here we need to find colors again, so give me just a second. What do you think of this color combination? That's not bad at all. So the main color that I'm using is the Bachman, and then the rim color I'm using is dark gray. Kind of looks kind of cool, right? Please tell me this looks cool, because I'm buying it. Now for some handy dandy resetting, and we can get to work. If you guys are playing on this map and you're not resetting your equipment to this farm, what are you doing? It's so easy. It just goes bloop, and there it is. So let's get to work. The first bit we're gonna get done is collecting the wool. The wool is in the field currently, and I just want to get it out of the field. So we'll get this, take this, put it down. If you're wondering, I did buy this piece ahead of time, and I used it with the other rig, and I liked it. Worked really well. The Viking Fanax works really well. I like that. If you're not using that, check it out. Hey, you might like it. Also, are you even doing grass work? Let me know. I love doing grass work. I like doing grass work in real life as well. I just got a mower, and I'm kind of pumped about that. Speaking of pumped about that, check this out. So this is how this works. The sides come up just like that. Oh boy. We're gonna have to change it already. It doesn't have straps on this version. No! It looks cool, but there are no straps. No! Boo, customize. Design 1. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with that. Oh man, that stinks. Well, you know, at least the sides do open and close and that kind of thing. So we can go ahead and bloop, 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 bloop. I was trying to avoid using this version because we've used this a bunch. Oh well, is what it is. So here you can kind of take a look and see what we've got. Again, the grass is ready to go. I was surprised I didn't even cheat any of it. I did leave the water in the middle of the field though, so there was that. And here is all of our fuel that is ready to go, and we'll try not to select that one way off in the distance. If it pops onto here, I do apologize. We'll go ahead and double check and make sure. It says that there's 7 available and there are 7 close by. Ooh, now there's only 5 available. Ooh, now there's 8. No, 7. Yes. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. Tip side left is perfectly fine. I just want to make sure. And then of course we need to change this to rear pallet. Bloom, 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 bloom. Hey, got him. Sweet. And then this is just going to go over here. In the next version of the map, Oxygen David has said that the horse area over here is going to be sellable. So you could sell all the stuff on the field and just use this as a normal field. And this is actually going to be my placeable area whenever we move forward because, well, I generally, at least, don't run horses in any fashion in the game, so this playthrough won't be any different. Next on the list today is mowing, and we're actually going to start with the field that is going to be tedded. We're not going to ted it right away, but we're going to start with it. One thing, and a couple of you guys mentioned this in the last video that I used these. I think that was episode number 3 possibly. So the punchers actually boom out a little bit. I did not have them boomed out. And by the way, if you want a quick way into this field, that's a pretty quick way in. There's a whole there's a lot of ways in here to cheat it. Regardless, this is the way I like to do it. Nonetheless, with these, they will windrow in, and that's great, and that's actually the way that I prefer to do it. But there's a neat little trick that these have. So I'm going to go ahead and unfold the front, and we're going to go ahead and unfold the back. And I'm going to open up my help window and show you. Now remember, I don't know what that was all about. I'm on PC using an Xbox controller. As you can see, on the left, I could move this in and out. And we actually move this out much further. We can do the exact same thing on the right side as well. So now I'm getting, instead of like that 8-meter spread that I was getting, now I'm getting the full 10-meter spread that I should have been getting the entire time. Just for fun's sake, you can see how close I am to the wall. Actually, I'm gonna get right up on the wall right there. There's that. And now when I bring this in, and I'll just show you how much room you're missing. Well, that's not actually a lot, is it? Huh. And it's a whole lot easier to control in like this as well. I figured something out. We're running on swath dropping right now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn these mowers on, and I'm going to get to work. We're going to get this field mowed up. Yeah, we got a couple of things. Forgot to shut this. We got a couple other things to do as well. So I'm going to get this field and a couple other fields done as well. And then I will jump back in and see you once all the mowing is done. As I'm finishing up mowing here, this is the last field that I've gotten. Quite a bit of time has passed real life since the last clip. With this, I totally forgot to tell you guys, I'm buying cows. We're probably going to get them either today. Well, it's going to take 24 hours for the silage to do its thing, so maybe tomorrow. But nonetheless, we are going to be getting cows, and especially since tomorrow in December, the oats are going to be ready to harvest, so we're going to have straw. Well, a lot of straw. We're probably going to have to sell some of it. We're going to have plenty of silage. We're going to have quite a bit of hay as well. So we're going to have, I think, enough or almost enough to buy all of the cows that we possibly can. I think you can get 200. We will double check that before we get them. It's not a big deal right now, but I would love to max out the number of head of cattle that we can get, make sure they're all able to produce. That way we're getting, folding's not allowed. You know, here's the funny thing, it irritates me. I can't fold the front mower, but I can turn it off, then raise it, and then fold it. The back one, I just hit fold, and it turns it off, it raises it, and folds it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be tedding, but only one field. That's this one right here. I believe this is field number 4. Way over here. There you go. By the way, I think I want to buy field 1 and make it grass, but it's more money than we have. Eventually, we're going to have to start making money. We haven't done that yet. Oof. Let's get this field done at least. We're going to be tedding. I'm going to go ahead and close this. That way we don't have to worry too much about it. We do have a little bit of grass on the edges, but I've tried to mow in a way where it's easy and we can just come through with the windrow and be done, or the merger rather. And with the other 2 fields, all I have to do is merge the outer windrow, because I kind of do like a 1.3 width type thing. A little bit weird. No, I'm probably the only person that does it like that, but it works for me, so it's great. This tedder is going to throw this grass around. Drop it down. Yeah, one of my favorite animations, by the way, in the game. However, it just flings it everywhere. So it's gonna be fun to pick up. That's for sure. But I do love this. It looks super cool. It's a lot of fun. And thank goodness we've got a great merger. That's about all I can say about that. All right. This is the only, I repeat, the only field that we have to do. So this should not take long. Now the tedding is done. I've put the tedder away and we've got our merger on the back. And I'm going to show you now why I think this is the coolest one ever. Other than the unfolding animation, which you have seen is just epic. We're going to open up our help window, and there's a couple options. So we can toggle our work mode, which is neat. So if we lower this down and we've got it left, well, everything that we pick up is going to go to the left. If we change that, we could say everything goes to the right. Well, in today's video, we're going to split it, and everything's going to go down the middle. That way, whenever I come through to pick it up, well, it's like normal. Now, if all of this was kind of together, if I hadn't done some windrowing ahead of time while mowing, well, this would be a little bit more fun, shall we say. But now it's going to be totally civilized, and it's super easy. Just turn it on, and there you go. Whatever you pick up just kind of goes down the middle. And it's also got, well, I was going to say it's got a steering axle as well, but that's not something that it has. Let's go ahead and shut that off. There we go. So, but the great thing is, I could just drive straight down the pathway of where all of this stuff is, and I am good. It's got a working width that is extremely similar to our mower. That way our rows shouldn't get too close-ish together, but probably I'll end up going through the rows and kicking one row to the left and the other one to the right, and that will merge two rows together. That's less time I have to spend driving up and down. But I think this is an incredible merger windrow, whatever you want to call it. It's got a couple different names. I think this is actually technically a merger. Nonetheless, check it out. Definitely a cool thing, and it's base game. I had to jump back in. I want to show you guys this thing in action. So I've just finished my head rows, and I want to bring in every other row together. So I'm going to open back up my help window. I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to change my working width to left. So that's going to take everything that I pick up and kick it to the left. But when we come back the other side, it's going to kick it, well, to our right now, but it's still the left. Here we go. Go ahead and turn it on, and we'll go straight down. I'll just kind of show you why I want to do this. So everything that we're picking up is popping over to the left. Now, your working width does go down whenever you go sending things left to right, but it still works just fine. So there's that. Cool. And then we just spin it back around, and we line up with where we want to be. And then now, the entire thing is kicking over there. How cool is that? This works great with doing straw, hay, grass, anything you're mowing. It just works really well, and I think it makes your life a little bit easier as well. So I'm gonna do this to this entire field, and then I've got to go around, and I've actually got to hit some hedgerows on like everything. So yeah, wish me luck. I got a couple other fields to do in the meantime. We are getting very, very close to completion here today. I'm super excited about it, and I'm just gonna, show off my backing skills a little bit. I know Trucker Matsy's been gone for a little while. I just needed to remind him who the best backwards driver in farm sim is. Ha! Suck it! Love you, dude. All right, let's get this put away. We've got one more job. I'm not even halfway. Sorry about that. We got one more job today, and that's going to be to go collect everything that we made. All the fields are done. Man, I can't wait to harvest this, by the way. That's going to be the next episode, is harvest. Oh, I'm real excited about that. It's going to be harvest and buying cows. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Let's go and pick up that front weight because I know we're going to need it. We'll get backed up out of here. Again, best backwards driver in farm sim. Oh, thank you. And load up. So a bunch of hay, as you can see, and we've got a bunch of grass. Now that grass is going to be turned into silage. It only takes about 24 hours, so it's not too bad. Plus we have the magic silo, also by Trucker Matsy. Thanks for the silo. Love you, dude. I tell you what, I'm not saying I did a great job, but I did a really, really good job. I'm gonna save myself a whole lot of time. One thing about windrowing, and we've talked about this before. However, if you've got two rows, right? Let's say over there in the grass field, if you got two rows and you run down the two rows with merger, now you've made two rows into one. And you're like, yeah, I saved myself time with the loading wagon. Have you though? I don't think you have. Because you're still having to run up and down that field twice. Ooh, crash counter +1. So that's one of the reasons that I have not gone through that field and windrowed a couple of those rows together. Could have, very easily could have. But I still would have had to go down once to do the windrow, and then I still have to go down once to do the loading wagon. So I'm still having to go up and down that field twice, and it's just a whole lot easier for me just to run this loading wagon. And I've done one side, and I'm already at 20%. That's 20,000 liters of hay. Man, that's a lot of hay. I feel like I barely even got anything on this field done. I've gotten around it, what, less than twice? And there I am, 100,000 liters. And we're full. All right, we'll take it over there and drop it in the silo and do it again. Load number 1 coming in the silo, and that's exactly why I put it right here. Because man, oh man, is it so easy just to pull straight forward and unload in the road, somewhere where you already are. You don't have to turn around. It's perfect. I love it. Chuckamancy, you're the man. I love you, dude. Also miss you. Start making content again. Love you. Where you at? Hi. Should we do the outro now? It's probably a good time. Let's do it, man. I am ready for this big ol' harvest. We have 3 massive fields of oats ready to go. Go and get everything turned on, raise it up, and of course, unfold. We also need to make sure our straw swath is enabled. It is, which is great news. That way, we're able to actually run this thing. Now, I've got a spot that I like to start. You guys can start here too if you like. You don't have to. It is what it is. This makes things easier for me, especially when hiring a worker, especially with running combines and things like that. I do try to do 2 headlands around here. I try my best. I think I have crop destruction turned on. I'm not sure. Well, let's find out and see. Is it? I'm not sure. Let's double check real quick. I think I turned crop destruction off. Nope, it's definitely turned on, so we should be very, very careful about how we're gonna start this one. How about we just start it right here? That's gonna be totally fine. We'll go and get everything turned on. Get that combine sound down just a little bit hot. All right, so 3 big oat fields. We've got a whole lot of work ahead of us, especially with running 1 single combine. Eventually down the road, I would like to get 2. I like this one, so maybe we'll just buy another one just like it. Works really well for me. This is the starting combine, except this is a modified version that our good friend 82 Studio helped put together. So this one holds 1,000,000 liters and goes a little bit faster. You should be used to that by now here on the channel. Pretty much everything holds more and goes faster. But let's try. Love this thing. All right. 2 headlands. Let's get them done. Moving along pretty quick this morning. I'm very happy about that. Let you guys know, this video is probably going to progress pretty quickly as well. Since we've got 3 fields, I'm not sure I'm going to do all of those in this single video. However, what I will tell you is we're going to be buying those cows pretty fast because all I need is the straw. I actually don't need these oats for anything. I'm sure we'll figure that out. Probably at the end of this video or in the next video, we're got to build a grain mill because I don't think there's one here on the map. We need to start getting flour made because this is Flour Simulator 22. And then we've got to start making some bread. This is the best time of the year right now to be selling that stuff in December. Problem is, we don't have any of it even built. We have wheat, barley, and oats. We've got it all, man. We just need to do it. All right. So this field could be a little bit interesting. Here's where we are. Field number 3. The shape is, well, it's different, isn't it? The thing is, you can still go straight up and down. You just got to be careful. Find your front left point right there, right? And then you kind of take a look into the ground and see all of the ways that I planted in circles. Well, find some straight lines. See if you can line up with a couple of those straight lines and just hire a worker. What that's going to do is that's going to help to get all of this kind of straightened out for you a little bit. You can see it's definitely not going in line with the rows that we've got, but at least it's working. And be ready to fire the worker because he's just going to keep running straight. And I don't want him to do that. I'm going to back it up. We're going to go all the way back around there and do it again. After we run it the second time, it's probably going to be done. I don't think we're going to need to mess with it again after this, but hire a worker. And this should kind of get him on a straight path to do this entire thing. Now, of course, you kind of get this little triangle effect as you go along through here because the combines, well, they do, oh, I missed a few things. Well, we'll come back and get those later. The combines do miss a few things here and there. but not too bad. Also, we're over 25% full already, just from the 2 headlands, headrows. What are these? Somebody let me know so that I get it right. All right. So that part's done. Now we need to go and do the second part that I want to hit today. This is going to be picking up straw. As soon as we can pick all of the straw up, we're ready. We're ready for cows right away. This ain't gonna take too long. This is the same one. Why did I lower the front weight? I never want to do that. There we go. We'll go ahead and turn that on. This is the same loading wagon that we were using in the last Let's Play. So, hey, check that out if you haven't already. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. A lot of grass work. You guys know me. I love doing grass work. Okay, so we've got a bunch of straw to pick up. We're going to pick up the first 100,000 liters. I doubt I'll even get around the first row. And then it's cows time. Yeah! While we're waiting, I figured we can go ahead and hit this spot as well. I don't know how full he's getting. Looks like about 40,000, but yeah, definitely needed to go ahead and empty him real quick. By the way, I've got 100,000 of straw. We made it all the way around one way and made it to about where the combine is on the second run. And that was it. Let's go ahead and put our straw in our handy dandy little silo right here, which has all of our silage, it has our hay, and now it has the straw. And now that it has all that, let's go ahead and add one more thing. Let's go into animals. I've got a feeding mixer that I put together. So this is the Kinemec Fiber 365 from 4D Modding. Now, this is a mod that's supposed to be coming to consoles eventually. However, right now it's only available on PC on their website, Air Agri Modding. I'm going to go with, I think, some Flotation Pro tires. Let's do, well, we really don't need any of those things, but they do look good for an extra $5,000. Why not? We got the money, and then no registration plate because, well, that just keeps our DjGoHam. I like that. This is going to hold 100,000 liters, and it's going to allow us to mix a lot of food at one time, which is going to be perfect. And this is empty, so it's time to go get it. And here it is. Man, oh man, do I love this mixer. So I use this a lot on Oakfield Farm. I had a personal gameplay series that I was doing just for fun on Farm Sim 19, rather. Farm Sim 19. Had a great time doing it, and I love this. I do need to turn my help window on. It looks like we do need a little bit of mineral feed. I didn't know about that. We will go sort that here momentarily. In the meantime, let's start by trying to figure out what our mixes are going to be. So in Farm Sim 19 and 17 both, I used a 40-40-20, and that worked pretty well for me. And if you've got a little bit more silage versus something else, like for me, for example, I have 200,000 liters silage. However, I only got 173,000 liters of hay. So in this case, you could maybe use a little bit more silage versus hay, but I think we're going to be okay. So let's start off. Let's do, oh, hit that just right, didn't I? 40,000 liters of silage. Let's go over here to hay. We'll bring that up to 80. Whoa, I am way too good at this. Let's go. Straw. I think we'll try and get this to like 99, 98. I'll take it. And lastly, we need to put some mineral feed in here just to give it that little extra boost. But I don't have any mineral feed, so we need to go get some real quick. I feel like doing it this way is probably the easiest. We do have one of 82 studios. I don't care what it is, just give it to me. Silos right here. So let's just go in here real quick and we'll buy some mineral feed. I'm sure we could put it in here. Maybe, probably, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. All right. Not too bad. 15, is that 1,500 bucks? Yeah, 1,500 bucks for 26. It's not too bad. For this part, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. Do I wanna dump it in or do I wanna put it in the silo and pull it from there? I think I'm gonna put it in the silo and hopefully the bucket will allow it to dump into the silo. We'll go real slow and see if it does. Yay! I was really hoping that that would work because I have not had good luck with buckets and silos in the past. All right, so there's that. Nice and easy. Done, 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 done. Why did I turn that off? We'll pull forward. That'll give us our 2%. We'll go ahead and turn the help window back on just that way we can see our feed ratio. Pull it forward. There we go. And give me mineral feed. There we are. 100,000 liters. Perfect. Yeah, ma'am. now we get to go buy some cows. And I've got somewhere for water, but we'll have to go pick that up. Let's go ahead and pull this right inside here. We've got our feed trigger, but let's buy the cows. We should probably close that as well. I read a post somewhere where the cows are getting out. I don't know how that's happening. As far as the tests that I've done goes, I think that the Holsteins right here will give us everything we need. I thought about going with these, the Brown Swiss, just for the fun of it. Just something different. I think I'm actually going to. I think we're going to go with those. And I think it's the middle ones right here that it was showing that they will allow you to have milk. That's what I want. So I think we could buy the ones in the middle and get milk, I think. 150 head of cattle, by the way. You can't get 200 in here. Thought it was 200, but it is not. Yeah, see, I like these cows. These are nice. Now that's up. Let's give them some food. You can see down at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a lot of helpful stuff pops up. How many animals you have, how their health is, the food, milk, straw, and slurry. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and feed them. This should come out pretty quickly if I've done it correct. And I'm not sure how much it's going to dump, but they are taking it like it's going out of style. We may have to go make some more. And that's totally fine with me, but all right. Maybe we don't. What I can do is leave this here because I don't actually need this for anything else. This is machine. This is one job. So I am just going to leave it sitting right there. Now, what else do we need here? Let's see. We got the food, milk. Oh, straw. We need to give them straw. Actually, this machine would work really well for giving them straw, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. I don't know how much straw they need, but they can't take much more than this. Let's see. I'm not sure because I've never fed the cows on here before. Like I said, this series is kind of like a learning experience with both of us. Well, I got the trigger for it. There we go. Okay. I was about to say, I got the trigger for it, but then it disappeared immediately. Straws going in. You can see the straws going up on the bottom right-hand corner. 38,000 liters seems to be the magic number. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll go ahead and take the rest of this food, or the straw rather. We'll go ahead and put it back in that silo because the animals are probably good for about a day, maybe 2 days, something like that. I do know that in the next update, which by the way, I'm recording this before the update comes out, just in case it's out by the time this video drops. Yeah, the animal pens have been increased because the sheep, you basically have to feed the sheep like every 6 to 12 hours, and water just goes out immediately. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of research went into that. That is what it is. The last thing that we need to do, at least for the cows today, is going to be to grab our water tank and go over there and fill them up with water. Moving forward and fast forwarding time, I think it's going to be a bit of a pain because, like I mentioned, these sheep need water like every couple hours, and their tank or the trough just completely empties. And I'm really worried that the cows are going to do exactly the same thing. That type of thing, I know it's being fixed. Man, it really just doesn't make for a fun gaming experience, does it? You don't need to do that in real life. Come on, there you go. All right. By the way, I didn't know that was there. Thanks for whoever pointed that out in the last comment section. Let's go give them some water, and then the cows will be completely done, at least for right now, for today. Water trough looks full. Do I actually need to give them water? Well, that's showing me the field. I don't know what's going on here. Cows? Hay grass, whatever. No, that's fine. Oh, I don't need to give them water. Huh. Well, JK about the water thing. I guess we're not giving them water today. Totally fine with me. That's one less thing I have to do. All right, so the cows are now done. They are completely finished up. Of course, the grass over here, we've got a good yield bonus, 98%, not too bad. I do have lime turned off. Plowing is turned on. Hopefully we don't have to plow that up. But eventually we are going to have to look for a new grass field. And now that we're kind of in this nice happy medium where things seem to be working pretty well for us, All right, dude, don't lay right in front of the water tank. Stop. Quit doing what you're doing right now. You're being weird. We're gonna need a new field. I will say there is one that I have been eyeballing, and it's field number 25, because currently field 25 has barley in it, and it wants me to harvest it. The problem is we now don't have enough money for it anymore, so we would have to take out a loan. On top of that, we would not be able to. AI workers completed their task. Ayo, we got something going on up here. Let's go check out what's going on in the main field. I've still got to buy a bakery, and I've still got to get all of the production chain stuff for doing oats. So I've got a sneaky suspicion that we are going to run out of money quickly. We started with a lot. Actually, there is one thing that we can sell if we want to get some more money. But that's going to be way over here at the main house. Right here. We could sell the house. Click on demolish. We could also sell the doghouse for $690,000. Nice. That may be what we end up doing. I do like that the dog just runs around everywhere. I think that's super cool. I don't want to lose that, but I think if we have to lose anything, that function may be the one that we have to lose. All right, let's go and get this turned on. We'll do a little quick double check just to see what we've got and what we don't have. So we've got a spot here, a spot up there. So we'll clean this up real quick, and then this field at least will be done. Getting one more final unload right here. We did pretty well overall. All right, let's just go ahead and turn that off, leave that sitting for a sec. We did pretty well. 90,000 liters of oats. That's just on one field, just one of our fields. So moving forward, let's talk about how we're going to plan this out, because unlike in Farming Simulator 19 and 17 and 15 and 13, also known as Farming Simulator, well, we've got silo limitations. And I'm not talking about the grain silos that we're getting ready to fill in. I'm actually talking about the one behind us right now. So that silo has a limitation. And the limitation is 4 million liters, right? Well, in that 4 million liters, we actually have to be a little bit careful, because I need to put straw, hay, and silage all in that. Well, that is going to be a bit of a problem once we start getting millions of liters of the different... Oh boy, that's a crash counter. These trailers may have not been the right choice. It's going to be a little bit much once we get into it. So let's go in. Silos. I just want to look at this because it's always good to kind of hash it out while you're thinking about it. So 4 million liters. If we've got a 40% need for silage and a 40% need for hay and a very small need for straw, well, that puts us at a predicament, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I don't know what the math is on any of that, by the way. But yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. But we'll kind of have to limit ourselves. So every time we do a harvest, we'll have to limit ourselves to a certain amount. And then once we go from there, we could just sell off whatever's left. Seems to work. Works pretty well in my head. What do you guys think? Are we done yet? This is taking forever. Moving on to the next field. I figured I would let you guys know I figured out my silo. Not the exact numbers, by the way. Of course, I didn't do it the right way. So the numbers that I'm going to rock with are 1.5 liters, or 1.5 million liters each of silage and hay. So that puts us up to 3 million. 500,000 liters of straw, although we may need more than that because we've got to have it for feed and for bedding. So I'm not sure how long that's going to work. We might do a little bit more than that. And of course, we've got to have room for grass because we have to put grass in there, and then it will, magically turn the grass into silage. Don't tell anyone. I'm not cheating. You're cheating. Get out of here. So we've got to allot for at least a little bit of each, but we've got to also be aware of how much we're collecting and that type of thing. This is not something that I've ever had to do before. I've never had to prepare. Never had to do it the right way. We're going to have to prepare and do it the right way unless I increase that literage up just a ton. But hey, at least we won't be wasting any, right? Right? So today we've kind of got two different storylines going. We've got this storyline of the harvesting combine and baler. And then we've also got a fertilizer spreader that we're going to be running on another field. So it's going to be kind of fun and interesting and a little bit different. I've got a full setup of stuff for us to do today. Of course, we're going to be harvesting and baling. We've got to fertilize, etc., etc. But we've also got to plant. We've got to roll. I've got a game plan for the silo. I know the last episode we talked about that. Well, here it is. I'll tell you right now. We're going to be holding 1 million liters of each. We're going to be doing silage / grass. We've also got 1 million liters of hay, and we're going to hold 1 million liters of straw. Now, great for me. You see, straw's gone because we had just about 1 million liters, actually 997,000, I believe. So we've got all that collected, which means all the straw from this field and all the straw from the barley field on 25 is all going to be turned into bales, which is pure profit. I'm very excited about that. Plus, right now in game, we're getting the best prices as well. In the winter time, you get really good prices for straw and barley and stuff like that. It's really nice. Unfortunately, we're not going to be selling any of our barley or oats or wheat. We're going to be turning that into flour. Now, moving forward, we're going to be building, I believe in the next episode, we're going to be building all of the grain mill and things like that. We might even need to build 2 grain mills. I'm not sure if we have to actually build 2 or not, but I know that, well, we're going to have a lot. And I really mean it. We're going to have a lot. Wheat, we don't have a whole lot right now, but barley, we're probably going to have close to 200,000 liters of that, if not more. And oats, we're going to have well over 200,000 liters once we finish this field. And all of that together is going to be going to the grain mill. Also, our first harvest for year number 2 in game is actually going to be wheat and barley. So we're going to be doing winter wheat and winter barley. Of course, field 25 off in the distance, which is huge. That's going to be a big grass field. What we're going to be doing with the grass is I think we can get like 3 cuts per year. So my game plan is to utilize all of the fields around us. So as you know, we have the cow field, we have the sheep field, and of course we have one of the other fields right beside. I think it's field number 4. Well, those are going to provide us with more than enough grass and hay and probably even silage that we need. So I think what we're going to do is turn that with the grass maybe into a massive like silage bale field, because it's right over by the BGA. So what would be more beneficial than doing that? I think that's probably the best idea, is just doing a whole lot of silage and make a little bit of cash money from that. You know what? I think this farm is going to be running itself in no time. Let's keep the storyline going. The next setup is going to be fertilizing. So what we've got is we've got field, of course, 3 and 2. These are going to be what we're focusing on right now because we're getting work done in field number 6. So I'm going to fertilize down, and then after that, all we have to do is plant. So I don't know, we got to figure out how I'm going to do that, because this tractor, I don't think can plant very well. I'm sure it'll work. I'm just not sure if I want to do it. If that makes any sense. But anyway, so these 2 fields are going to be wheat, so at least they're, close by. We'll be using these for flour and of course for straw. We'll see how much straw we actually go through the winter. I'm not sure exactly how cattle do. I haven't really done much with animals yet. I have, of course, chickens, sheep, and honeybees, if those count. I'm familiar with all of those. However, with pigs and with cows, not so much. As a matter of fact, I rarely did anything with pigs at all in Farm Sim 19. I just wasn't a fan of the way they worked in seasons. However, cattle, loved it. Super easy, great to work with, stuff like that. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this field. We're going to fertilize it. We're going to fertilize field number 2 up there. And then we're going to get ready and possibly think about how we're going to be doing planting. Let's do it. Now comes the fun part. We've got everything fertilized, at least on these 2 fields. We don't need to do much more than that. Now it's going to be time for planting. And I'm going to go ahead and start doing that because I might as well, right? We've got a tractor here that can almost do it. So let's rock and roll, baby. Let's hook up. We do need a little bit of seed, so we'll come over here and fill this up. One thing, you can fill this up without opening the cover, because the cover doesn't open unless the piece is unfolded. That's a little bit annoying, but it's all right. There we go. Cool. So now we'll just switch over to wheat. So these two fields are going to be wheat, like I said. Field behind us, that one's going to be barley. Well, I'm going to plant. I don't know. There's really not a whole lot more to this. We're going to go straight through the hedge and plant. We're going to run our headlands, and then I'm going to hire my worker. And by the time I hire my worker, I think our combine harvester is going to be almost done. As a matter of fact, let's check on them real quick. Yeah, they're definitely going to be done by then. Once that's completed, then we've got to get a header trailer for the header, because there's no way I can get up there without using a header trailer. Once we've got the header trailer, we got... Actually, you know what? I think I can... I don't know. I don't think I can make it through there. Not with this, anyway. We'll try and get that up there, and then we'll get to bale. It's going to be fun. We got a lot going on today. And now everybody's doing their thing. So our planter right here is doing his thing. Telehandler's doing nothing, as always. And we've got our combine. So this is going to be interesting, because we're going to go ahead and unload. We've got our oats, by the way. Field looking fresh. I love that. You guys know I love making the straight lines, making them all look good. I'm going to go ahead and unload real fast. That way I don't forget to do it. Yes, I know there's a silo behind us, but we're using that only for forage crops. I'm going to go ahead and dump silo in here, because this is the main silo that we're using. We're actually not using Calmsden Farm 1 silo, because you have to back in and things like that. Though it's fine, it's kind of difficult to get in there. By the way, whenever the update comes out, I'm not playing on the updated version yet. I don't know when it's going to be here, but I'm going to swap these silos out. I'm going to make them hold more, and we're going to use forage crops in them. Because remember, we're starting over. Soon we're going to try and get it back to normal. Choke counter +1. Come on, DJ, get it together. Ooh, bird just glitched out. Nice. Okay, we need a header trailer. Unless I can get down in there, but I think we've already looked at this. You guys want to take a look at it with me? Hey, maybe this will help you guys out as well. I don't think there's a way to get a combine down here without running into something with a header. We might be able to get it through there, but we're still going to run into walls over here, and there's walls all the way around that field. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So we need a header trailer for our header. So one thing, let's... Oh, yeah, by the way... Use stuff? Anything good? Negative. All right, let's take a look at the header that we've got. So we have the Claas Convio Flex 1080, okay? So we'll go over here to headers. We'll find that exact one, Convio Flex 1080 with combinations. And this will show us what we need with it. So we'll just get this. We'll lease it. $357, whatever. It's useful enough for us. Let's have it reset over to the main farm. And now, we just got to get our combine over there to pick it up, and then bring it over here, and then drop it, and put the header back on it, and then grab it back with the combine harvester and get over there. Yeah, see, not too bad. It works. I'll tell you one thing, man. These cows are cool. I am loving the animations on them. Everything's looking good. They're happy. Different colors, too. That's one thing that I noticed. When you buy the cows, it's not just like one color of how now brown cow. It's like how now gray cow and brown cow with spot and gray cow. Okay, maybe they're just brown and gray. So there's two instead of one. Nonetheless, that'll be all right. So this is the game plan right here. Unfortunately, all of the other vehicles that we've got are being taken up right now. So this is kind of our only option. And we got to line it up just perfectly. It should snap down, so that's nice to have, nice to see. And give it a little boop. Just like so. You should see it kind of snap unless it's in a good spot. Oh, there it goes. Hey, nice. All right, we'll pick it up. One thing you've probably seen, especially on this trailer and quite a few other articulating trailers, they slide. They slide and they move around a whole lot. I don't know why. Who knows? All right, let's see if we can make our way up to field 25. I don't know how I'm going to get up there. I think we found our entrance. I think. Yep, that'll work. Let's do it. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make that turn. I might have to plan this one. No, I think I got this. Yeah, check this out. I was right in line. I didn't even have to worry. Nope, not a bit. And the combine's also clean now. Don't worry about it. I had to take a picture. Leave me alone. I think out here is going to be fine to drop the header trailer. Maybe about right here, something like that. That'll be okay. And we could just go ahead and get on in there and be done with it. Yes, sir. Also, here's something fun. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, there's no beacons on here. There is a beacon on the trailer. I've got my beacon hat sitting behind me right now, and I was trying to turn the beacons on to take a thumbnail picture. I was like, yeah, it'd be perfect. I was like, wait, there's no beacons on here, but it's working. There's one on the trailer. Right there it is. Made a fool out of me. All right, so let's get a game plan. How is this field going to be? Obviously, we're going to run 2 headlands around it, and I think from there, maybe the best thing to do is just try and straighten this line out and just go back and forth like this. I think that might be the best thing. We'll go ahead and double check, make sure our straw swath is enabled because we don't want to waste any of that, because 100% of the straw from this field is going to be sold. Actually, all the straw that we've made today is going to be sold. So we don't want to waste any of it. Yo, this is a cool field. I'm excited to be in a new field. I tried to get a what do you call those? Contracts. Yeah. Tried to get a contract on this field. No good. No good at all. Oh well, what are you going to do about it? All right, let's hit our 2 headlands around this field, and then I will jump back in with you guys and show you how I'm going to get this straightened out. So I've just finished the 2nd headland around the field. What I'm going to do is come over here, because this looks pretty straight, right? Doesn't look too bad. Not at all. As a matter of fact, you know what? It's so straight, yes, that I think I'm going to start over here. Now, we're not going to get all of it, and especially when we get to the other side, we're going to have to come back through and do a little bit of cleanup. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. We'll turn it around right here. Try and line up maybe with the bottom. We'll give it a little bit of overlap, and we'll take a look at the bottom of our screen, the bottom right. We're going to try and line this up where it says 90 degrees. Now, this is from a mod. I can't remember exactly which one. Enhanced Vehicle Control, something like that. Very, very cool mod. About there. That'll work. About 90-ish degrees. Hire the worker. That way it's going in a nice straight line. Oh, or you could just line it up parallel or perpendicular to the lines on the ground. That also works. All right. So you can see we're missing some, but once we get to the other side, we'll get a nice overlap. We'll actually have to come back to the left maybe once or twice. And now we've got a completely perfect straight line where all I got to do is hire a worker and they'll do this entire field for me. How cool is that? Man, it's so easy. Ooh, we got a lot of straw to make as well. You want to go make some straw bales real quick? I'm down. Not only are straw bales not next, they will be after this. Our planter's done. So we're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to fill it back up with some seed and get right back out there. 1 fill done and only 3 more to go. Yes, sir. Let's pull forward here. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think it's even going to reach. Who needs visual things when it'll just work without you even thinking about it? Nice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy set, ready to go, and get our wheat in the ground. JK, not making bells yet. This combine harvester is almost full. I think it's got like, yeah, 88%. We've barely got half of this field done. So we're going to have to hit this. I think this trailer holds bulk. Yes, it does. Okay, thank goodness, because I was about to be in trouble if it didn't. So, rock and rolling, doing pretty good. I'm extremely happy so far. Now I know that, God, this is going to be a whole lot of straw. I mean, but we're going to bale it in the place we're going to sell. It's right over there. There's a nice sell place at the BGA, so that's going to be perfect. All right, so this combine harvester should not have to be unloaded again for this entire field. So we're going to take this back over. We're going to take it to farm number 2, dump it off, and then we could start making some straw bales. It's about time. Here's our field. Man, I love this baler so much. Hispano-modding did such a good job. It has done some really, really cool stuff with this thing. I love it. I love lamp. All right, we'll grab a hold of it. We are going, it looks like about normal speeds. We'll go and speed that up just a little bit. We're making big straw bales today, so 240 centimeter bales. Big bales, was that 2.4 meters, something like that? They are very, very long. And then we just kind of roll through. You guys, if you're not using this baler, what are you doing? I know it's not quite going to reach 2 headlands or both things, so we're still going to have to follow along just like we would a normal baler, like this, right? However, the great thing about this is I don't have to be straight on. I don't have to, you know, these huge chunks at the end, normally we miss those. We have to come back and make like 2 passes on the same spot. You know how annoying that is? That's very annoying. So how many bales do you think we're going to get off of this field? So far, we've plopped out 3. We've made a total of about 4.5. I don't know. Look at that. Choom, 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 choom. Didn't even have to worry about it. It just popped out. Dude. This, I mean, it really is one of the coolest pieces. It only comes in 2 bales, by the way. You've got a Krona and you've got the Kloss. Now, I decided to go with the Krona versus the Kloss because we have a Kloss Combine. Speaking of, check out all that straw up there. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful sight right there. Combine harvester working in the background. We're sitting here baling. Oh, man, this is a beautiful map. There are some it's got some special quirks, that's for sure. But it's a beautiful, beautiful map. And you can do a whole lot with it and have some fun. I love it. Just finished with the baling, and we've got this. I don't really know this many. It says we made 33, but it's been a couple hours of real life since I made that clip, so I'm not sure. There's a bird. Let's jump down to the ground and move on because we've got another field. Oh my goodness. This is probably going to take me some time off screen is what this is going to be. What was I thinking? It is beautiful, though. That is, if you like straw lines on a field, that's nice. That's real nice. That's one of the reasons I love using workers. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is doing that part off screen. And then the next episode, the next time that we join each other, I'm going to take all of the bales and all that good stuff, and we'll take it over and sell it. One thing I may also do is take all the bales, take them off the field, and I may go ahead and plant the grass in here as well. We'll figure out that decision very, very soon. And we're done! There it is, the entire barley harvest. We got a whole bunch, man. We probably got, I don't know, close to 160-ish thousand liters off of this field, and it is pretty. Tell you what, one thing we're going to go ahead and do, because I'm pretty much done harvesting until the springtime. So we are going to take our header, we're going to drop it, and we see right here, I'm just going to go ahead and reset that, and now I don't have to take the header trailer back up there, because it's all going in the same place anyway. Also, something I could do is take the header trailer and go ahead and return that. Do we have any sales? Oh yeah, I have time set on 0 right now. No sales. After putting in all of the barley, we now have, combined with what we had at the first field, so keep that in mind as well, 254,000 liters of barley. We're killing it, man. Barley is like my middle name, Michael Barley. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. All right, so what is left? What is next? What do we have to do? What do we have to look forward to? Well, we've got to fertilize this field. We've got to plant it as well. We're planting, you guessed it, barley. We're putting barley in this field, so wheat and barley harvest. We got to do everything to the other field, so that's bales. We've also got to do fertilizer, plant it, roll it, fertilize it again. Whole lot of stuff. By the way, I'm probably going to roll these fields off screen. I know that it can get a little boring and a little bit, he's rolling, yep. So I'm not going to put you guys through that. So that is the game plan. That is what we're going to be up to next time. So bales, getting those taken care of. We'll probably hire on a field, get that stuff done on field 25. And hopefully we're going to build our first productions. So the first thing we're going to be doing today is plowing. I've got the smaller plow in because we have a dirt skirt. And dirt skirt, we've got one of those around field 25, but I don't want it. But we're planting grass, so I would rather just keep everything the way it is. No dirt skirt. No dirt skirt whatsoever. So let's drop it down, turn on create fields, and go along. Now I do want to be very careful. Usually I would go super fast. As a matter of fact, I got the big plow over there, but I've gone with the smaller one here for this one specific instance because I know me, and I'm going to go too fast, and I'm going to overlap way too much, and I'm going to do something problematic. It's what I do. So I'm trying to go very, very careful here, and you guys can do this as well. I think this is going to be the perfect grass field. It is massive, so it's going to take you some time. However, it's fairly squared off for the most part, super worker friendly. If you haven't seen episode number 7, do go back and check that out because I showed you guys how to hire up a combine harvester on it and do all that stuff. I think we did that in episode 6. I'm not sure. Check out the last 2 episodes if you haven't already. So I'm going to run around real quick. We're going to get rid of the dirt skirt and see you soon. Oh yeah, there's also a little green spot as well. So these happen from time to time when the creator, so Oxygen Dave may not just overlap the field creation def enough or something like that. So we're just going to handle this kind of easy. Currently it's not a field, but it's so small you can barely even tell. So I'm just going to put this down just real quick. Boom, just like that. That is all you got to do. Just put a little bit of a plow on top of it, and you're good to go. Plus, we could still hire a worker on top of that as well, because there's plenty of overhang. All right, let's jump back into it. But just heads up, if you want it to be absolutely perfect, you will need to do that as well. Now, the dirt skirt is gone. Goodbye, dirt skirt. That's one down. Now we're going to swap over to a different tool. You know how people working in workshops, stuff like that, they all use different tools for different things, different jobs. So there goes one tool. Now the next tool is going to be the larger plow, and I'm going to hook it up backwards because I still have to finish some headland work. So we're going to hook up to this, and we're going to run at least one run with the plow turned around backwards. Now if you are curious which plows I'm using, well, they are the WM something. Oh goodness, I can't even remember what they are now. These guys right here, MT. There you go, 6MT, 9MT. These are from Black Sheep Modding. They're available for all platforms. You got multiple color options for like everything, which is super cool. So just check it out. They're fairly low power-ish requirement. They have a pretty high requirement set, but I don't think you need that much. So just a heads up, you may not need as much as it says you do. All right, so now we don't have to have turn on plowing turned on. Double check, allow create fields. We don't need that anymore because the only little spot that we had a problem with is a field now. So we're good. I'm going to enable fast farming a little bit. And the reason I got this turned around is because it requires pretty much 0 horsepower. So I can get this job done quickly, and you can too. Now, if you're not on PC, you can't make it go fast, which sucks. But hey, at least you can get it done with 0 horsepower requirement. So if you don't want to hire a worker, this is a great way to do it. Back around now, and we're going to hire a worker. Let's go ahead and take a look, see if we can find the farthest out little run with plows and stuff like that, especially when you're not starting straight on. These aren't too bad. Oh yeah, by the way, you can't hire a worker with it like this, which stinks. See at the top, worker C could not start. The tool is attached incorrectly. Why do I get the feeling that Giants put that on there just for me? Got it lined up, ready to party. So what I'm gonna do is hire this on the worker, which I've already done. And once it gets to the end right here, I'm going to fire the worker. I'm gonna clean up the little bit here on the left-hand side. You can see we're gonna miss some. And then hire him back on the worker and let him do his thing. So we are right here, in case you're curious kind of where we are and what we're doing. I'm just straightening it off right here, running a 90-degree straight over. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, so next, we're going to be building, well, we're getting ready soon to build some factories. First, we got a bunch of bells to sell, and I think we're gonna make some good cash from it. Here's our bell setup, and I totally put the bells in the wrong place already. Of course I did. So the bell sell point that we're gonna be using is behind the BGA, which I didn't realize is not technically in the BGA, I showed this off during my review of this map, and like an idiot, I didn't pay attention to my own words. Oh boy. Yeah, that's fun. So I've noticed that if you... I need help. There we go. I noticed that if you unload a bell thing, right? And then you reload, and then you unload again, you exit the game, you come back, the bells like to push everything around. They're bullies. Crazy bullies. So I need a new tractor. I spent all day yesterday in real life trying to figure out what tractor, and by all day, I recorded all day. So I'm sitting here going through, using the Massey, using the vent, and trying to figure out what other tractor can we get. I don't know if I want something larger. I don't know if I want something smaller. I have no idea. And I have no idea where to sell this. I think it's right here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and tag that place to this so we're clear. So I'm thinking smaller. I'm thinking very, very small. But I'm also thinking maybe classic tractor. We've got a lot of new stuff right now, right? So maybe the Valmet voucher that comes with the base game. Maybe, well, let's see what we're gonna get from this because we have 4 of these. So we're gonna make about 100 grand. So that makes me really happy. So just jumping in here real quick, I'll show you one of the ones that I was thinking about right here. I love the sound of this tractor. It is beautiful in every single way. Sounds absolutely phenomenal. Another one I was thinking about was another base game tractor, the Steyr right here. Price is much, much lower. However, so is the horsepower. So I'm thinking something in that realm. Maybe you guys can think on that while we're moving bells around right here, and you can tell me what you think I should go with. Should I go with an older tractor? I want to get something that sounds good. That way I can turn the volume up and here we go. Wah! The last bit right here, and if I did my math correctly, this is going to pay for at least one of the production chains that we're going to need to buy or build today. And we only may build one of them. I'm not really sure. So 22,224 times 4. Kaboom. We're almost at 600 grand, and now let's make that go down a little bit. So you probably know around here, we go into build mode, there's some areas that have some space. For example, if I wanted to go into productions here, we'll click on that. We'll go into factories. Let's find ourselves a handy dandy grain mill. Well, some of these things fit-ish, not particularly well, but ish, close to in some of these little areas, right? Well, I'm noticing that as well. And I'm thinking maybe putting the grain mill like here or possibly here, something like that. But there's one other thing we need to do. We need to think about this. This is our bakery because we're going to be turning the flour that we make into bread because that's how we're going to make all our money. Everybody buys bread. Hopefully it snows. Oh, we should get milk as well. Bread, milk. Hey, you know what sells good. But what I want to do, all right, so you know here on the right-hand side, this is where you put everything, right? This is the one from the American map. Well, if we take the grain mill, we'll go back over here to it. Find it. Where is it? DJ, get it together. We'll take this, the area on the right-hand side of this, where the grain or the flour drops. I want to take that and overlap it with the intake from the other, so I don't have to pay delivery costs. Huh? Yeah? Yeah, you're smelling what I'm stepping in. The only problem is I don't know how I'm going to overlay it because I've got to put it like here, and then you've got a certain like pickup window with the other. So it's a little bit confusing and a little bit difficult, and it's like, well, if I put it here, how am I going to pull in there to it? It's not fun. I'm not having a great time figuring out how to place this. So I'm going to take some time, figure out how to place this. We will come back in, and hopefully then I will have it together. One thing, I think I've got a mod installed where I can build anywhere. I don't know. I don't own this area right here. Let's see if I can do anything with it. All right, so this is far enough away from the ground. Man, I wish the menu at the bottom would go away. Even the Sims isn't that rough. Let's put it about right here. That'll kind of get it out of the way just enough. We can pull in there and kind of turn around, that kind of thing. About right there, that'll work. Hey, talk about cheaty stuff. I like it. And then let's find ourselves a bakery. And we need to spin it round. So about right there. And so the bakery's actually got to overlap just like so. That way, whenever anything is purchased, or I say purchased, if it's dropped rather, in that area, it should, I think, pick it up. Oh, watch it not work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think about right there. I'm not confident with this at all. I'm having flashbacks, man. Put it down. Just put it down. It'll be fine. All right. So there's one. I don't know if we're gonna fill this up or not, but I got a bad feeling that's not gonna be enough. All right. Let's get a little landscaping done. Let's get some painting done. Let's go in here and draw some pretty pictures, and we'll be back once it's finished. Welcome back, and it's done. Let's see it for the first time. We've got a load of wheat behind us. What are we looking at here? Okay, so I've built a little bit of a road, and coming from this direction, it's not exactly going to be the easiest thing to turn into. We've also got a little fence. I put some trees down, even some lights. Did you know you could place lights on top of buildings? I didn't know that. I know that now, but I didn't know that before. And all of this is lined up perfectly. I've got a little bit of a dirt skirt that I drew just to kind of make up for the one that we plowed up, but I think for now at least it's probably going to be okay. We'll get in here and we'll go ahead and start dumping that. It's not going to take long to empty. So let's set this up, because this is one thing that a lot of people sometimes forget to do. So we need to do this today. We need to activate, and we're going to be activating the barley and the oat as well. So that's all done, good to go, and it is storing, which is good as well, because that's going to drop it into the same area where our bakery is going to pick it up. Speaking of the bakery, let's go ahead and activate bread. So bread, all that needs is flour, which is great, and it says materials missing. That's okay, totally cool. That's kind of it. Bread, we want that to be storing as well, which it is. Good. How do I get out? All right, so that is one down, and we've got a little bit more to go, actually. 254,000 liters of barley. It's going to be 3 trips with this trailer. And then oats, we've got another 3 trips there. But you know what? Totally worth it. Oh, how's our field doing, by the way? I fired this worker and I hired the other guy. Is he working or did he stop? He appears to have stopped. Idiot! You're right in front. Watch, I'm gonna hire a worker. Crap. Okay, maybe not. Pull it forward here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so it was just a few. You stink. I can smell you from here. Get out of here. While we wait for the silo to pick up, there's another option that I wanted to throw you guys at. The Landini. So this is from Pepe978. And I was looking at this, and we've got some pretty sweet wheel options. We've got a nice wide tire there. Don't need no weights on there. Well, nah, no weights. Doesn't look good. Fender, no attacher, color, boom, 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 and we go like that. So maybe something like this, $145,000. It's got, 176 horsepower. It is newer. It's not older. It is newer. It's mod, which is great for all platforms. And manual plus power shift transmission. So, I don't know. It's kind of cool. There's also this one. Let's see if we can get everything to show up here. So you can also change this to a Landini as well, which is kind of neat. There's no rim options, which does stink because I would love to change those black. But there's also this option as well. Although the Massey Ferguson in game is good, 190 horsepower. That manual plus power shift transmission does tend to give a little bit of fun problems here and there. Ooh, it's almost done. By the way, I've totally forgot this trailer will hold up to 1 million liters, but I have it limited to 100,000. So yeah, I'm only making 2 trips versus 5. That's gonna make this so easy. Barley is in 254,808 liters. That's a bunch. Double checking. Oats, okay, we have less than that. We should be good. And there goes the oats. We'll go ahead and take a look, see what we got. Click on our factories, and we are good. Tons of stuff there. So a bunch of wheat, a bunch of barley, and a bunch of oats as well. I'm kind of wishing that I planted all 3 fields with wheat now instead of one of them with barley, but you know what? It will be fine. We do have an interesting conversion rate between a couple of these. So 5 liters in, 4 liters out, 30 liters in, 23 liters out, and 15 in, 19 out. So at least with the oats, we're going to be getting a ton of flour. Now, once all that flour goes in, you go down to bread, every 2 flours equals 1 breads, at least literage-wise. It's going to be a whole lot popping out right there. Would be nice to be able to place down a sell point as well. It would just automatically sell. However, bread sells pretty good, but only like 1 time during the year. And you could take a look at that by showing price fluctuations. You see a January, best prices. So we're going to be holding all bread until January and selling it then. Fortunately for us, that's tomorrow in game, which should be interesting. And normally I would segue to the next day in game. However, you know, we're not doing that. We gotta plant a field full of grass and roll it and fertilize it. There's so much to do. All right, let's get this pate started. Grass is selected. We are good there. We've got it dropped down. Do we have working speed enabled? Yes, we do. Turn it on, do the thing, maybe cut some lights on because it's for some reason dark at noon in December, and rock and roll. So what I'm going to do here, 2 headlands, and then hire the worker, let him do his thing, and I might roll it as well behind him. Probably going to come through off screen and roll this though. I'm not going to push it too hard. So now that our workers are doing their thing, let's talk about the money that we've got and where we're going to be moving forward from here. Number 1, I don't need these trailers anymore. I forgot that the loading wagon that we've got pretty much does everything. So I'm going to go ahead and sell these because they're selling for about 21 grand each. Yeah, that's almost $43,000 extra. So that's great right there. I also want to do bees. I thought that would be fun. Put some bees down. I don't know where I'm going to put them though. I think I've got a pretty good idea. I think maybe put them down there somewhere. So if we go in, go to animals, go to bees, click the largest one because there's no point to get the smaller ones. Maybe put a couple down through here. The thing is, they've got to be within a certain range of your fields doing canola to make them work out. I think it's canola and sunflowers or something like that. Flowering products is the dealio. I wonder if it says anything down at the bottom. You place beehives near certain crops, have a slight yield increase. Yeah. So I think maybe put some of these down here, possibly 2, 3, something like that. But the great thing is now we've got such insane amounts for these pallets. So we could put one of these down. It would be 24, or we could go into productions. This is the coolest thing. So one of these in here, I think it's this one. No, that's a lime factory. Spinnery, dairy, carpentry. Where is it? Found it. It's in bees. We've got basically for much more, but we can hold, instead of 24,000 liters, we could hold up to 31,000 liters, I think. Plus, this is a factory, so I can set this to deliver the honey. I could set it to drop it. You know, anything like that. So, yeah, I think we may do something like that. Might do that in the future, though. I'm not sure I want to place any bees down yet, because, frankly, we don't need them yet. Want them? Absolutely. Need them? Not even a chance. By the way, this guy's doing good. It's almost done with his field. Looking fresh. Let's start off today by talking about some changes that I've made to the animals since we last recorded. For me, at least personally, in real life, it's been almost a week since I recorded the last video on here. And since then, I have been able to make some changes to the files. Mainly, the amount of animals that I could hold. I could now do 250 of each. It's actually super simple. All you got to do is open up the placeables in Calmsden and do it that way. Super simple. I've also increased the amount of food that they could have up to, I think it was 500,000 liters for the cows, and the sheep can hold 100,000 liters, as you can see there. Well, those grass bales are melting quickly in the snow, so we got to get rid of that. So that's one thing that I have done to change things up. It makes it a lot easier for me. I can feed them, and it lasts a whole lot longer than it normally would. Plus, down at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see today I didn't have to feed them. Well, you can't see that. I thought that. That was really nice. So yeah, big changes for me at least on the map, and these are changes that you guys can make as well in the XML. You don't need Giants Editor anymore to change the amount of animals that you can have in a certain pen. All you got to do is just change the number. Maybe eventually I'll try and figure out, can we do 500 animals? 1,000 animals? Oh, that would be a whole lot. What's also a whole lot is the amount of wool that we've got. This is the wool from, well, yesterday in game. And there's the wool that we've got today in game. I gotta turn on the help window because I don't remember what to hit here. We've downloaded a new auto-loading button since this happened, so let's see. Forgot to check this. Tip side, yep, that's good. Control, that's all good. Unfold trailer, nope, don't want to do that. Interesting. So I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly how to do this. So I've downloaded this new mod that's supposed to make auto-loading a little bit easier, because we've gotten some new stuff for that. Over here, if we go take a look, auto-load stock trailers, these require this mod, but not the old ones. So I may have to back out and delete that real quick, because it seems to have made what I need disappear. Huh, well that stinks. Well, now I'm starting to think that that wasn't the problem at all. So my loading is back. So maybe it was just because I left this... Hello? You're welcome. Yeah, get out of here. I think it was because I left everything loaded on here. Sometimes auto-load trailers can be a little bit interesting, is the word that I would use. Let's cover over here and let's see if we're able to pick these up now. Another thing we need to do is find somewhere to put all these. Oh, and there's more. Hi. I don't know what to do with all this. Not in the least bit. We've got a bunch of wool right here, and it's just kind of hanging out. We could build a spinnery, but I'm not ready to do that yet. That's probably what we're going to have to do. So we may as well go ahead and start thinking on it. Also, I'm having a great time driving in the snow right now. I have no grip. It's just spinning forwards. I love the snow, but man, sometimes it is not fun to drive in the snow. Let's go ahead and take this stuff and let's unload everything to the right. Perfect. Now, let's buy a new area. Actually, I don't know if it's an area that we need to buy or not. It's this little area right here. Okay, so 6,100 bucks, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and buy that. There we go. We need to load up some bales because these bales are starting to rot. We take a look here. 6,500 liters, 1,575. 15,499, 6,565. Some of these are higher and some of these are lower for whatever reason, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I don't want to leave them around to find out. So I'm going to load up these onto our trailer right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to make some stuff disappear. Here we go. Check this out. So let's go and open up. We've got some really interesting dirt and mud here. Of course, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't lock you down or anything like that, but it is pretty sweet to see that. So we've got all this. Well, what do we do here? We're going to go into build mode. We're going to go to demolish. And it says, do you want to remove the junk of the barge? Yes, I do. Okay. So now we have full access to these. Also, you can't even walk in here if you don't remove the junk. It just stays there. So that's kind of neat. Not neat. I'm not sure. One or the other way. I don't know. All right, now I got to figure out how I'm going to get these bells in here without causing too many problems. I think what I'm going to try and do is get them... Oh, that's going to hit, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, good enough for me. We'll get it to about right here. And then I'm going to unload them as far to the right as I possibly can. Boom, just like so. Now I got to back this thing out of there. And we've got a mod for this as well. But I don't know if it works for this trailer or not. Yes, it does. All right. No, it does not. Crap. Don't mind. Oh, boy. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get this trailer out of here. Come on. Now that that's over with, we've got some happy sheep and everybody is good. We've still got their wool over there. We've still got the wool trailer, the pallet auto loading trailer over there. But here is our grass. Hopefully, and we don't lose any more. Now, a lot of this is still good at 6,500 liters, but some of it, as you can see, like 15, this one's at 357. So there's a few problems with these bales. Anyway, let's go ahead and close that up. We'll go ahead and close this gate up right here. And that is it for today. You think I'm... Get out of here. We're going to spend a bunch of money. Not the way you think we are, though. I need to fix everything. Some things need to be repainted. I'm not repainting them, but I will fix it. So let's go in here. Ooh, a little laggy right there. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll go ahead and fix this up. So repair costs are going to be $3,100. And it's just going to go from there. $12,000 for that. Was the weight need? 38. Not terrible, not terrible. How about this weight? 23. Okay, okay, okay. How about this tractor? Do I want to know? $7,600. Well, that kind of money. And of course, we're going to hit everything else as well. Now, I'm using a mobile workshop trigger kind of thing. It's not the toolbox mod, though. You should definitely go get that for sure. Let's see. We got that. I think we got some more stuff around here around the corner. So we're already spending way more than I thought. I thought like total, this might be like 20 grand. I think we've already spent, what, $25,000, $30,000 on stuff? Ridiculous. Over here, about $500 for the header. That's not awful, but the planter's going to be bad. 1,300. Yeah, it's just not great. It stinks a lot. $11. Okay, okay, okay. 65. That's a lot more than 11. Actually, since we're all done with that, let's go through here. Here's a door that not many people know is there, and bloop, it's right there. That's pretty sweet. I bet these are gonna have to take a little bit of cash, huh? 53. Okay, not bad. Well, we hadn't had that long anyway. In 185. Not terrible. All right, so that's everything on this farm. I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, we got mowers as well. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the other farm, and we'll get everything repaired up. And then you guys can see how much money I've spent. Oy, we're already in the 200 grand. I'm gonna have to sell my house for this. Repairs are done at least on this farm, and it wasn't too bad. What have we spent? Another couple $100, something like that? It was not terrible. Now everything is fixed. It's not painted, but it's at least fixed. But there's one of laggy again. That's OBS, not the game. I just don't know why it does that. Anybody know why? Is anybody an OBS wizard? Love to pick your brain. Oh yeah, let's go pick out and figure out what's going in the factories. That's going to bring us all the way down here near the BGA. And as you can see, we have... Why did I appear there? We've got... Is that flour? This is flour. Yes. Hang on. Let's go ahead and push all this in. So it looks like... So this is working, right? Obviously, this is working. However, it's only working for one pallet spot, and that's it. Everything else, no. However, the bread is working, so that's good. And this shows me one thing, that this works. This works really, really well. We'll take a look at them in the pause menu because this is the best place to take a look at all of your factories and what you got going on. Now, we own the BGA, but we're not using it currently. Taking a look at all of our different flours. Of course, you can see we've got plenty of everything. As a matter of fact, I'm upset with myself that I planted barley. I should have planted wheat. All the fields. Now down here to bread. You can see we've got bread that is storing right now. Flour is going in. A bunch of flour actually has gone in, but that's all we've got to show for it. Maybe one day we'll get a little bit more than that. Nonetheless, this is working good. And at least I'll know in the mornings I'll have to come in here and push that back in. Speaking of mornings, we're kind of done for the day. I will double check and see, do we have anything in here that I want? I think this would be the only thing, but I just don't care. I'm looking for like an actual small tractor versus something itty bitty tiny like that. So nothing there, unfortunately, but everything is looking good. If we take a look at our growth real quick, if you guys want to see kind of how everything is rocking, we'll go ahead and turn grass on. So everything's looking good so far. Taking a look at growth, our grass is growing very well, so that makes me happy, and everything else is growing pretty standardly. It does look like 15, 4, and 31 are ready to be harvested? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Is this ready for harvest? There's no way. Yeah, I think there's a little bit more to go here. And it's still trying to tell me that this is ready. False. By the way, we're in February now. Looking good, looking good. We'll say grass looking fresh. Yes, sir. We're going to come over here and push these things together so that at least everything's going into the bakery. Oh. Hey, we actually get to watch it happening. Check that out. Oh, I wonder if 2 more are going to plop down. Do it, do it, do it. Plop, 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 plop. Oh, of course when I look away. Get out of here. Alrighty. Well, everything is looking good. Looking good indeed. I'm going to go ahead and push all of this together and see if we can make flour. Yes. Flour simulator. Welcome, everybody. Oh, there's going to be a whole lot of this, isn't there? Oh, boy. All right, I think we're safe. Unfortunately, the bakery itself isn't safe. Not at all. Because the bakery's full. We're absolutely full with this. One thing we could do, we could build another one. We might have to do that eventually. Take a look. Flour, completely full. We're nowhere close to being empty with all this. I mean, this is going to make a bunch of flour. So I think what we might need to do is get another bakery. I don't want to. I'm sure you guys know that. You probably know for a fact. I don't want to get another bakery. We do this bad enough as it is. Let's take a look though. I don't want to be rude or anything. Let's just take a look and see kind of how, the bakery. You guys are familiar with the bakery. Yeah, you know the bakery. The Muffin Man? Nah, the bakery. All right, so about right here, possibly, if we want to get these lined up together, we could also, and this would make things a little bit easier for me down the road, possibly, is maybe put this here, and that would definitely pick up some of the stuff in here. The only problem with doing it this way is I'm still going to have to get around to the backside to get the pallets. Now, I could kick those out to the side and be okay, and I think that's what I may end up doing. I think doing it this way, at least for the time being, is going to be helpful rather than hurtful, so let's do it like that. The price isn't awful. It's only $50,000, so it could be worse. We'll double check all the sides, make sure we're good to go, and about right in here, I think is the best place. We good? We good? Place it down. All right, so there goes some of my money. I'm going to go in here to landscaping. We'll just kind of make all this look nice and neat, and I'll get back with you. Ta-da! Now all we got to do is activate. So let's make some more bread. It's going to take us about another day or so, and I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out. Yes. Well, yeah, these are going to be like a year before we sell these. Oof, one thing I almost forgot. We got to go get all the wool. My bad. All right, so we're good there. Spin my head back around the right way. One thing a lot of people have complained about is sheep and animals yelling at them. Now, I don't know why, but I don't think the sheep on this map make noise. Could be wrong, but I'm in the cabin, and I'm not getting any loud nothings from the animals. So I think everything's okay. At least with these guys. Yeah, I exited the game and came back in, and it was like, oh yeah, by the way, you didn't get any of the wool, so I'm not going to place any more down. You're welcome. Like it was doing me a favor. All right, so there's that. I'll just kind of keep, oh boy, I'll keep this by because this is the last thing that I need to do today. So we'll just do the exact same thing tomorrow morning in this exact order. Now, the great thing is the next day in game is spring. Yes, if you said it out loud with me. So I'm really excited because that means I get to, let's find out. How? Is it because it's spring? I'm gonna have to refill these guys like all the time now. Oh boy, that's not gonna be fun at all. You know what? Whatever. We're getting wool. I'm happy with it. I guess what I'm gonna have to do is just, instead of sleeping from like early morning till the morning the next day, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just come in and fast forward time during the day, pick the wool up before bed, and then do it again. So now we are in spring, and there's a lot to do today. We've got mowing that's gonna have to be done, which is great. It's gonna be our first mowing of year number 2. We get to do the big field as well. All right, please unload. Chunk. Nice. Let's go ahead and drop that right where that lays. Let's double check over here real quick and see how everything's going over there. Yep, just as I figured. Let's go and push. Oh boy. Let's go and push everything. Please, I don't want to ride it. It's just get forward. We got to fill this thing up as best we can, and there's going to be a lot here. I think I may have accidentally fast forwarded a couple extra days in game. My bad, without even thinking. So nice and easy. Go forward just a little bit. We'll do this. I'm going to do this for probably 2 or 3 minutes. Wish me luck. Well, that didn't last long, so now that's all done at least. We've got one thing of bread right here, and I got an idea. Yeah, let's get about right here to go. Choom. Well, nope, that didn't work. Yeah! Crap! It's on the roof! I'm gonna have to get that down. Hang on. This is the only way that I know how to get up here. We'll do that, and then fall back to the ground, and then push it off. Of course it did that. Of course it did. All right, so what should probably not do is show off again. Might be best for everybody. Yeah. While we're getting everything prepared for spring, it might be a good idea to go ahead and feed the cows, since I haven't done that in a minute. I think since December. It's March. It's currently March right now. We need to give the cows some food. I know that they've still got plenty, but hey, we might as well feed them while we're at it. We'll go ahead and take a look and see what they've got. Coming over here, we'll go down to cattle, and they are telling me that they've still got about 200,000 liters of TMR and about 113,000 liters of straw. Now, slurry and milk, we're doing pretty good on those right now. So slurry, we're at 143,000 liters. We need to get that out of there because that's a lot. Is milk, 66,000 liters. That's a lot as well. By the way, I increased the capacity for milk and slurry. That's why so much looks like so little. It's going to mess with your head a little bit. So I need to figure out milk and slurry. When's the best price to sell those? Because slurry, we could probably sell that pretty soon-ish. Where's milk? Here it is. When's the best time to sell milk? September and January. Of course it is. Well, it looks like we're waiting a lot longer to sell milk because milk is terrible right now. How's about the other thing I said? What was the other thing I said? Slurry. Here we go. December. Of course it is. All right, well, we're just going to leave those sitting. Lastly, we'll go ahead and give them a little bit of good stuff to last them a little while. You can see early morning cows are very, very hungry. We'll open this up. This Keenan Mech Fiber, this is a 4D modding mod. It's not out yet, at least at the time of recording, nor is the update to the map. So if you're watching this right now, I'm still not playing with the update to the map. Actually, this recording's, I think, done 2 days before this video comes out, something like that. Nonetheless, all right, so there's the cows. We'll just double check and make sure that the food is up. Yep, food is up. We're good to go there. We could give them some straw, but we probably don't need to. But everything else looks good. How are our sheep doing? Sheep are doing fine. I don't need to do anything with them at all, and I'm super glad because I don't want to get the telehandler out and feed them. So before we start today's video, let's talk about why you would need to start a new game save, as I did. Well, I'm making these videos on YouTube, so I need to make sure I'm using the most recent version of things. However, Sometimes that's easier said than done. So, Field 23 being free. If you didn't like that, you need a new save. Added the option to buy the BGA in multiplayer. If you were not able to do that and it was causing you problems, you need a new game save. They've reworked the placeable sell values. Well, now you get $0 for pretty much all the placeables. So if you want to make less money, you need a new game save. However, the next one is the one reason that I started a new game save, and that's making the horse training field placeable so you can remove it and farm if you like. That was huge for me, so I started a new game save. I would have anyway, to be fair. Also, fix the floating tree. Speaking of the horses, well, here it is. You can remove all of this. I got a few things that are in different places now, but you can sell the horse, you could sell the training area, you could even sell the pig area over there. And, well, we're going to do all of that today. Things that I've done. I may have raised the animal capacities to 500. I know it's showing 250 right now. However, they are most certainly 500 each. That way the animals can breed. And that way I can get to back playing the way that I did in Farming Simulator 17. I'm still chasing Farming Simulator 17 gameplay because I preferred it way more than anything else that we've had so far, and I was on the Xbox, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, I've added multi-fruit to both, not just one, but both of the silos in-game. So they both hold everything, and they hold 10 million liters of it, and I guess that's it, huh? Yeah, 10 million liters. So this silo right here holds 10 million liters. Now, in Farm Sim 22, that's total. That's not of each, that's total. So 10 million liters, let me out of here, of everything. So I can put straw in here, grass, silage, TMR, stones, whatever I want. It will work just fine. So that's on both of them. Speaking of, I've also gotten rid of our factories. You can see the factories are no longer there, and I've even removed the, what do you call it? These things. I removed the bread. So the bread's no longer over there either, because I'm going to maybe get away from doing factory stuff at least for now. I know I can make more money, but it takes a long time, and I'm not sure we're ready the first year. So we're just going to sell everything normal. Speaking of, I have reimbursed myself with things that we had before. There's a little extra wheat than there was, but these was like 5,000 liters. We're actually getting ready to use that here in just a moment. Barley, 290, that was about what we had, and oats, 243, that's about what we had. As far as the other stuff goes, well, milk, because I've purchased the animals again and let them go, but we've got 100,000 liters of silage, that's roughly what we had. Grass, same thing. Hay, same thing. And straw. Here's the interesting thing about straw that you guys need to know, and I don't know what's going on. However, after I changed up this, you can see down there at the bottom, it's still showing 1.09 million liters of straw. That's for the cow barn large. And if I come around here to Calmsden Farm Silo 2, it's showing 1 million liters. I don't know what's going on, man. As far as I can tell, if I put straw in this silo, the cows get it as well. I'm cool with that. By the way, I'm sorry I didn't have game volume on. I don't know why, but if I don't ever have to give the cows straw again, I'll be super, super happy. Speaking of, you can see right here, 1 million. I don't understand exactly what's going on right now, but it's showing the straw being super low, but it's at 1.09 million liters. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Anyway, TMR's all the way up. 500,000 liters of food for these guys. And if you look here at the top right, I can buy up to 500 of them. So I've been able to change that up. Unfortunately, I haven't changed the horses, I haven't changed the pigs, and I haven't changed the chickens. The chickens are connected to all of the fences in the game, and it gets really, really confusing when you start messing with that file. So those are all the changes. Those are all the extra bits. Now, it's time to get to work. Starting right off the bat, we've got a bunch of harvesting to do, and it just so happens that we've got a combine harvester in here that's part of the pack, the PV pack, that we've had some friends make for us, and well, it's on sale, and it matches what we've got. Also, we do have another Tryon on sale as well. However, this is the base game version, only holds 10,500. Pew! This holds 100 million. No, I'm just kidding, 100,000. So I think this is what I'm going to go with. We're going to throw on some wide tires here so that it matches our Tryon. I think that'd be super cool. I know this is some big equipment, 2 combines. It's a lot, and it's going to be expensive as well because the header costs about 1/3 as much, actually a little more than 1/3 as this combine. But I think it's going to help us overall. We're getting between 2 and 3 harvests a year, so I think it's going to be worth it. So here's our brand new combine. Goodness gracious, this thing is absolutely massive. Let's go ahead and repair it for 10 grand. Get out of my house. Yeah. No. So that's that. We're now down about 300 grand, and it's about to get worse. We're only going to have like $100,000 left. We've got a header in here from Stevie. Now, this is pretty sweet because I can take this and change this up to just about whatever I want. And it's got a Draper. Well, say Draper. Of course, it's a Draper header, but it's got the stuff built into it. So I'm going to go with this. It's going to help us out a little bit, especially down there. Oh, why did I buy this? I don't need this. I only need this for right now. Oh, can I mulligan this? I've only got 2. I thought I had 5. I made a mistake. I need to go back in time. There we go. Much better. Kind of back to normal-ish. A couple things that we need to do real fast. We need to delete some placeables. Like this one that doesn't give us $1 bajillion anymore, which kind of stinks. I was looking forward to that, but I don't need these on my farm anyway, so we can still delete these, as I would have deleted them regardless. So there we go. We've gotten rid of those. We also have a few things over on this area to get rid of. The first thing is going to be the horse barn. I don't do horses in the game. Goodbye. We could use that flat area for something else. How's about this? The horse riding field. I actually have to pay for this to be removed, but 'tis gone. And little baby piggies. We actually get 5 grand for that. Don't do pigs in the game, so ta-da! Yeah, that's it. That's all we got to do. Still, if you click on the fences, it says sell chicken pasture. That's because all of those are tied in for some reason in the same XML. I don't know why all fences are just one. They're things that I don't understand. We're going to go ahead and save the game just in case because I don't want to break anything. All right, so we're basically starting over. That means that I've repurchased field 25. We've got barley in it again. We've got all of these filled still, and I've purchased all of this, so we're good there. By the way, did you know that there's a secret field into woods in the middle of all this? That's not all trees. There's something over there. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, we've got wheat and barley to harvest, so let's get to it. One of the great things about having so much straw and not needing it is all of the straw that we get off of this field is going to be able to be sold. So we're going to be able to make some cash from that. Also, we are going to sell our barley and oats once we get later on into the year. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I want to put down factories. I want to make a place in the game that looks like it's supposed to be there, but for some reason, I'm just not doing it well. Maybe I need to hire Paul Strike to get on here and help me out because he is the best builder in Farm Sim by far, and I'm not at all. Oh, I'm going to have to re-smooth all this stuff, aren't I? Sure am. Another thing that's been changed up for this version of the game is there's nothing under this field. So whenever you're hiring workers and things like that, you don't have to worry. The workers are just going to go back and forth like normal. As soon as the game released, I think it was like a day or two after the game released, I spoke with 82 Studio and he actually made a version on his live stream, which was super cool. He didn't have to do that. He shared it with me. And fortunately, thanks to 82 Studio, we didn't have to worry about that stuff being under the field. And because of some of you watching his live stream and watching his tutorial, you were able to figure out how to do it as well. But console players, unfortunately, were not. Well, now everything's fine. Everybody is good. Speaking of, we are going to have a lot of work. This poor little combine is going to be put through its paces because not only do we have this wheat field, we got the barley field, or this barley field and that wheat field. I'm going to get those confused. We've still got 25 to redo as well. Remember, 25, we're going to be converting that back into a grass field yet again for a second time. We didn't even let it grow. It was awful. But you know what? It's totally cool. We're fine. I'm fine. I'm just fine. How are you? So I have purchased myself a new trailer, and we're going to go ahead and fill this thing up real quick. It holds, I believe it's, oh, come on. I lost him. How did I lose him? I just barely put anything in here. I can't keep up. What in the world just happened? It put just a little bit in here, and now it's just toasted. Holy cow. Is there something wrong with this trailer? I think there might be something wrong with this trailer. There you go. Come on! Evidently, it's this trailer. Man, is this thing rough. I would have used the Everfirth, but I wanted to go with something that held just a little bit more. But unfortunately, this thing's like halfway through the ground just from 16,000 liters. It's a little heavy. I'm buying chickens, and I thought this would be perfect. Put it like right here. Let it boom out over the feed area. And it would just empty like that. See how easy that could be? I mean, it works. That poor trailer is rough, man. It is right through the ground. Anyway, let's see if we can find the trigger. There it is. We're gonna buy some chickens. Yeah. Let's see. These are 0 months old. These are 6. So we're going to get the healthiest chickens that we can. There we go. 100 chickerinos. And it looks like the food is up. And the food is done. 9,000 liters for the little baby chickens. All right. We should be getting eggs over here soon. This one's already laying one right on the ground. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you. Hey. Oh, good. We're getting there. While we're at it, we should totally go ahead and get rid of all of the junk and debris and stuff like that here. Let's see. I can't remember. Is it demolish? Click on this. Remove the barn junk. Yup. Cool. All right. So junk is gone. Nice. Now we got to figure out what we're doing next. And we've got a bunch of wool. And I need to double check and see, can we sell the wool? Or is that something that we need to do something else with? So let's come over here to our prices category. I do love this category. It's so much easier just to go through, find what you need, and be done with it, minus the fact that I always go over what I'm doing. Here we go. All right, so decent. Show price fluctuation. So May is the best. August, not so much. So it looks like we're going to be saving all of our wool at least until May, which means waiting a whole nother year. That also means that I now have to find somewhere to put all of this. And here's what I'm kind of thinking. So these two fields right here, I believe are going to be used for grass fields. However, this one, because we're going to have to do a little driving in here. We've got, eggs and stuff like that. We may as well just turn this into like a staging area for stuff, at least for now. So I think that's what we're going to do with the wool. I'm just going to bring it over here to about like here-ish. Drop it over to the left and be done with it. Now bread, we've got some bread over here. That's the bread that we made. That's going to be selling, I think it's a little bit later on in the year, December, something like that. So let's go ahead and pull by. We're going to load this up and do the same thing with it as well. Also, I have downloaded the auto load specialization mod, and it's changed nothing from what I was doing. So I was scared of nothing. It was like a big bad wolf that didn't exist. I don't know. I'm a child sometimes. There we go. We're good. We'll go ahead and unload the bread over there because why not? Cool. And then I'm just going to leave the trailer sitting here. Because why not? Ooh, you know what we can do? Let's pull it over here. This is a base game trailer. It's just been modified. So I could straighten out the axle and back it in right here beside that. Let's see. Let's see if it'll work. Hit the Y button. Nope, that did not work. Do it again, maybe. Nope. All right. I don't know what I was saying. Cool. As we hook up to our mowers right here and go and start getting some mowing done, there's a few things that we need to... Oh, I have a wait. There's a few things that we need to be mindful of with the new animals the way we've got them. As you may know, you know what? I'm going to let some breeze go through. Here we go. Let's go ahead and open that. Why not? there's a couple things that you may know. First off, only 8 wool pallets spawn. And on top of that, I think there's actually only 7 that legitimately spawn. Well, because of that, you know, that's with 100, I think, or no, 200 sheep. That's with 200 sheep. Well, what happens when you multiply that by, was it 150 times? You get 500 sheep, and I think that's the right math. Well, that means the pallets are going to spawn a whole lot faster, meaning that I'm going to have to be on the ball at like morning, noon, and night getting up the wool pallets. There's going to be a bunch of them, and we need to make sure that we are ready. Also, I'd love to get rid of that hedge right there. I hate it so much because it's so much easier to get in through this way. So, oh yeah, by the way, there's a piece of candy over here. Sorry, squirrel moment. Ooh, piece of candy. Got him. All right. Over here, let's get to mowing. I think this field, we can mow it a little bit. We might get something off of it, but we're definitely going to have to plow this up. We're going to have to plow all of these up. 2 things that I'm not going to be doing from here on out. I will not be mowing the sheep pasture. There's sheep in it. It's not realistic, but I do feel bad about it, so I'm not going to do it anymore. Also, the cattle pasture, I will not be mowing that anymore either. So, just a heads up, I'm not going to be doing either one of those. You know, it's funny. I talked about this with these mower sets before. This is just the base game Pottinger mowers. The, Helper B already has a nearly full grain tank? Ooh, he needs some help. Hey, I don't know what to do first. I guess this tractor will work on the trailer. This part's always the most nerve-wracking because you're trying to make it out here in time and get under that pipe before the helper does his thing. Come on, 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 come on. Down, 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 down. Now he's gonna try and drive away. Stop, stop, stop. If we can get him to stop, there we go. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Gotcha. I think this is the million version. Yeah, this trailer. So this is another trailer. If you guys want to download it, you can find it on third-party sites. Just, I'm not gonna have it, but Flish, 580V by Flish. I'm not quite sure what that is, but regardless, he's got this trailer mod right here that will hold everything. You could use it as a regular trailer. You can use it as a loading wagon. You can use it as a forage trailer. It's kind of an all-in-one, and most people would say that's not totally realistic. However, I would like to point you to a trailer that we just recently got. If I can find it. Is it the Corona? Yeah, it's the Corona. So this is more or less a forage trailer. Not a loading wagon, but more or less a forage trailer. Got your stuff at the back here, and most people would expect that. However, this will hold everything. So it's realistic enough, and that's really all I'm looking for. And that puts us back here. Double check that our swath dropping is on. I am sticking with the smallest in-way on this. As you know, you can kind of extend these out. I do like the fact that you can bring them in, however, because for me, that works great. I can make them nice and close by, and I don't really have to worry a whole lot. Also, I do my own way of mowing, so just leave me alone. All right, so moving forward, let's get a game plan for what's going to be happening next. So in the next episode, of course, we're going to have a lot of straw to bale up. We're going to have some grass. I think we're only going to be mowing up like 2 fields. So at least this first harvest set time area, whatever that we're doing right now, this ain't going to be a whole lot. We are in August, so, you know, it's a little later in the year. We're probably going to be planting in canola, which means we're going to be getting bees, which I'm very excited about. So I got to figure out where we're going to put the bee spawn point, or if we're going to be going with the bee factory. I'm just not sure yet, but we will be getting some bees. We will be doing quite a bit moving forward. So big canola harvest, figure out what we're going to do with that. As far as right now, maybe I'm not going to be doing anything with production chains. Maybe we'll do that moving into year number 2 as we were previously. Otherwise, right now, I think we'll just sell what we've got to the highest bidder when the time comes, make that cash, and get out of Dodge. Well, guys, that is going to be it for this supercut of episodes 1 through 10. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, join the GoHam fam. Make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss any future crazy videos here on the channel. Also, if you made it to the end, let me know down in the comment section below. Be like, yo, DJ, made it to the end. That was awesome. Or that was terrible. Don't do that again. Either way, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day as well, and we'll see you later. Peace.